Ball Friday night on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 FM, online at WFIV.com, and paired with BDC Productions video stream, linked on the live game broadcast page at FarragutFootball.com, as the Admirals travel to Jefferson County to take on the Patriots in the regular season finale. Against all odds, Farragut has made it through its entire 2020 schedule. Due to contact tracing, individual players have missed and continue to miss games, unfortunately, but the contests themselves have continued, and the Admirals find themselves a win away from potentially earning a share of the region title, the first goal year in and year out for this Farragut football program. The Admirals enter the night with a 6-3 overall record, 4-1 in the region after breezing past Hardin Valley last Friday, 42-7. Jefferson County, meanwhile, is winless on the season, but the Patriots have proven in recent years that they'll battle to the very end, a fact Farragut should be well aware of, having to overcome 3 second-half deficits in last year's Week 11 contest. Jefferson County out of the playoff chase and playing for pride fought to the final horn as the Admirals prevailed 39-34, scoring the winning touchdown with less than a minute remaining. The Patriots are a well-rested bunch, having enjoyed an open date last Friday, and Farragut has to expect some new wrinkles and a go-for-broke approach. Coming up after a break for our sponsors, the Farragut Football Pregame Show continues with an in-depth look back at last year's Jefferson County game, as well as recaps of the most recent results for both the Admirals and Patriots. It's a Farragut Football Friday night on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 FM, online at WFIV.com, and accompanying BDC Productions video stream linked on the live game broadcast page at FarragutFootball.com.
Hey, Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We've gotten so many calls. Are you open? Are you doing jewelry work? And the answer is yes. Only a few small changes. Repair times are a little longer. Jewelry design consultations are done by appointment, but the same great service you've always expected is what you'll get. And in our brand new, totally redesigned jewelry store. It's spacious, clean, and safe. If you haven't been in, you've got to come see. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan, and it's a buyer's market. That means you could trade up to a new Nissan and keep the same payment or even less. And most customers can do it with no money down. Huge discounts, large rebates, more for your trade-in, and less for our new Nissan so that you can get the payment you need on the Nissan you want. And remember, nobody can sell you the same new Nissan for less than Ted Russell Nissan. That's why we're Knoxville's volume dealer. Ted Russell Nissan, right here in beautiful West Knoxville. Kingston Pride.
Ted Russell Nissan. We got it going on.
Brickhouse Collectibles Hobby Shop is your headquarters for your favorite Lego sets, new and old, comic books, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, sports cards, games, statues, and whatever cool things we can find for you. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at Brickhouse Collectibles. We're located at 163 West End Avenue in Farragut, open 7 days a week. Discover a world of fun that awaits you at Brickhouse Collectibles. Call today 865-392-1092 or email us at info@brickhousecollectibles.com.
Here at the Mike Dyer Agency, we know insurance coverage options can be overwhelming. That's why we partner with Nationwide to help you find the best protection for you and your family's needs. Give us a call today at 865-966-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at MikeDyerInsuranceAgency.com. And remember, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Welcome back to the Farragut Football Pregame Show on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 FM, online at WFIV.com, and paired with Brandon Campbell's video feed, linked on the live game broadcast page at FarragutFootball.com, as the Admirals conclude the regular season this evening with a trip to Jefferson County. The Patriots, some might think, have little incentive coming into the night with an 0-9 record. However, last year's regular season finale wasn't much different, Jefferson County having been eliminated from the playoff picture, Yet the Patriots gave the injury-riddled Admirals a battle, playing arguably their best game of the year, with all the pressure on a Farragut squad needing a win to assure itself a spot in the postseason. Farragut overcame a fumble on the opening kickoff as Jefferson County, on the first play from scrimmage, returned the favor with quarterback Tanner Atkins throwing an interception directly to sophomore inside linebacker Micah Johnson. Neither team was able to extend a drive early on, Farragut moving 36 yards before punting, and Jefferson County then doing the Admirals 10 yards better before nose guard Joe Main stopped Atkins, the Patriot quarterback, on a fourth down keeper. Farragut would then march 66 yards, scoring on a 41-yard touchdown run by Eli Purcell. The Admirals up 6-0 late in the first quarter after the extra point was blocked. Following a Patriot 3-and-out, Farragut got the ball at midfield and quickly capitalized with Gavin Wilkinson hitting Matt White for a 37-yard touchdown, giving the Admirals a 13-0 lead early in the second quarter. Jefferson County, however, had no interest in going quietly. The Patriots responded with a 77-yard drive, finished off on a 6-yard touchdown run by Atkins. Atkins then caught a 2-point conversion pass from Gage Bolin, and the Patriots trailed 13-8 with 7:28 to go in the half. Farragut would reestablish a 2-score lead on its next possession. A beautifully thrown 52-yard strike from Wilkinson to Keithley, getting the Admirals in the red zone, where Keithley, running the Wildcat, powered in from 3 yards out to put Farragut up 20-8. But Jefferson County answered with an 84-yard drive, the final 39 on Atkins' second touchdown rush of the night. Again, the Patriots got the 2-point conversion and trailed 20-16 with 1:11 to go until halftime. The Admirals, running their 2-minute offense, saw their final possession of the half snuffed out on an interception by Patriot cornerback Brady McCoy. To begin the second half, the Farragut defense forced a Jefferson County punt, but a roughing the punter penalty extended the possession, and the Patriots took advantage, eventually scoring on a 1-yard run by Atkins to claim a 22-20 lead. On the first play of the ensuing possession, Wilkinson found sophomore receiver Mason Collins over the middle for a 65-yard touchdown as the Admirals surged back in front 27-22. The back-and-forth third quarter picked up steam as Jefferson County's Atkins countered with a 75-yard touchdown run, a second consecutive failed 2-point try, resulting in a 1-point lead for the Patriots, 28-27. A nice kickoff return by Jackson Fontenot followed, setting up a short field for Farragut, the Admirals capping a 40-yard drive and a wild and woolly third quarter with a 12-yard touchdown connection between Wilkinson and Keithley that put Farragut back on top, 33-28. But the Patriots seesawed back into the lead with a 7-plus-minute, 79-yard drive, culminating with an 8-yard touchdown run by Atkins, his fifth of the night. Jefferson County up 34-33, having again been thwarted on a 2-point try. With just under 5 minutes to play and Farragut's playoff hopes hanging in the balance, the Admirals took over possession and rallied yet again, piecing together a 10-play, 71-yard drive, with Keithley scoring on a 10-yard Wildcat run to give Farragut a 39-34 lead with 42 seconds left on the clock. A desperation heave by Jefferson County on the game's final play was intercepted by cornerback Logan Foodie as the Admirals proved their mettle, answering 3 second-half deficits with 3 clutch touchdown drives. The 39-34 victory improved Farragut to 4-2 in the region and earned the Admirals a second-place finish and the opportunity to host in the first round of the playoffs. Farragut is hoping for a similar outcome tonight, though preferring a less nerve-wracking contest. Farragut enters the night 6-3 overall and 4-1 in region play after winning handily over Hardin Valley last Friday, 42-7. Farragut scored quickly on the game-opening possession as Dawson Moore connected with Matt White on a wide receiver screen, which White turned into a 54-yard touchdown. Moore would find Trace Corum on Farragut's second possession for a 67-yard touchdown as the Admirals built a 14-0 lead less than halfway through the first quarter. Hardin Valley was able to move the ball on its second possession, but the drive was foiled by senior cornerback Logan Foodie's first interception of the year. Eli Purcell would power in from the 1 on the resulting Farragut possession, capping an 82-yard drive as the Admirals opened up a 21-point cushion. Following a 3-and-out by the Hawks, Farragut's Matt White returned a punt to the Hardin Valley 8-yard line, the Admirals extending their lead to 28-0 a couple of plays later on a 12-yard run run by Moore. And in the final minute of the half, Farragut made it 5 touchdowns in 5 first-half possessions as Hank DeVault reeled in his first career touchdown, a 17-yard strike from Moore, with Reese Keeney's extra point staking the Admirals to a 35-0 halftime lead. Farragut got a sensational interception from Mason Collins on Hardin Valley's first snap of the second half, but the Admirals gave the ball back when Briley Love picked off a pass by Moore. Taking advantage of the short field and having overcome 4th and 30-plus yards, Ryan Nickel got Hardin Valley on the board with a 4-yard touchdown run. Farragut responded with a 75-yard drive, punctuated by Dion Williams' 1-yard touchdown plunge, and followed by Simeon Sharp's extra point, resulting in the final score of 42-7. The Admiral defense got a final takeaway when sophomore cornerback Griffin Mashburn secured his first varsity interception. So Farragut improving to 6-3 overall and 4-1 in the region, while Hardin Valley fell to 1-8 overall and 1-4 in region play. Jefferson County had a late season open date last Friday, meaning the Patriots were also last in action versus the Hawks of Hardin Valley. That matchup of 2 weeks ago took place at Hardin Valley, with both teams in search of their first victory of the season. At the outset, the Patriots were in an especially giving mood, fumbling away the opening kickoff, Jefferson County momentarily catching a break when it was ruled the Hawks had been offsides, but then the Patriots fumbled again on the re-kick. But with a couple of penalties, Hardin Valley's offense lost nearly 20 yards and ended up punting to the Patriots from the Hawks' side of the 50. It would be more of the same throughout the first half, as neither team was able to tally a score. To begin the second half, Hardin Valley's Zach Passafume returned the opening kickoff 92 yards, giving the Hawks a 7-0 lead. After forcing a Jefferson County punt, Hardin Valley took over at the Patriot 47 and strung together an 11-play drive, scoring from the 1 when running back Ryan Nichols scooped up a fumble by quarterback Caleb Smith and dove into the end zone, extending the Hawks' advantage to 14-0. With just under 8 minutes to play, the Patriots finally got on the board thanks to a 14-yard touchdown run by Aiden Houston, cutting Hardin Valley's lead in half at 14-7. The Patriot defense then got a stop, and special teams provided a special play, Jefferson County's Colin Young blocking the Hardin Valley punt. The loose ball picked up by Jace Dobbins and returned some 47 yards to pull the Patriots to within a point at 14-13 with 3:51 remaining. But a high snap thwarted the extra point attempt, preventing the Patriots from pulling even. Hardin Valley covered the subsequent onside kick, but failed to pick up a first down, keeping hope alive for Jefferson County. But on a run that would have netted a first down at midfield with just under a minute to play, Patriot quarterback Connor Kaywood lost the ball, the fumble recovered by defensive lineman Isaac Wilhite to preserve the Hawks' 1-point victory, 14-13. Jefferson County dropping to 0-9 on the year, 0-5 in the region. So while the Patriots had last Friday off and Farragut was winning convincingly over Hardin Valley, the other Region 1 6A matchup saw Bearden win at Morristown West 49-20. That victory securing a playoff spot for the Bulldogs, who improved to 3-2 in the region, 3-5 overall. Morristown West eliminated from the playoff hunt as the Trojans dropped to 1-4 in the region and 2-6 on the year. And in Johnson City, Science Hill once again took down Dobbins-Bennett, winning this year's matchup 31-21 as the Hilltoppers improved to 4-1 in the region, 7-2 overall, with a non-region COVID win over Catholic included. DB losing for the first time this year, concluding region play at 5-1. The Tribe also in action last night, falling to Alcoa 20-7, wrapping up an 8-2 regular season, which includes a somewhat disputed COVID win versus Daniel Boone. But an opportunity for both Farragut and Science Hill tonight, with wins, to pull into a three-way tie with DB atop the Region 1 6A standings. So while Farragut visits Jefferson County, Science Hill travels to Bearden. A Science Hill loss would give Farragut the number 2 seed for the playoffs and a resulting first-round home playoff game, but deprive the Admirals of a share of the region title. Should Science Hill win at Bearden, the Hilltoppers would be the number 1 seed, Dobbins-Bennett the 2, and Farragut the number 3 seed. The upside in that scenario, so long as Farragut takes care of its business at Jefferson County, is that the Admirals would share the region championship and would be on the other side of the playoff bracket from both Maryville and Dobbins-Bennett in the first 2 rounds. Tonight's other Region 1 6A matchup, Morristown West at Hardin Valley, has been canceled. Tonight in Region 2 6A, second place is up for grabs as McMinn County calls on Bradley Central. The region's 4th and final playoff spot will be decided as Ottawa plays host to Cleveland. Also, Maryville makes the short trip to Heritage. Looking at the other region matchups across East Tennessee, in Class 1A's Region 2, Greenback entertains Oakdale and Midway welcomes Oliver Springs. In Region 3 1A, Whitwell visits Lookout Valley. Moving to Class 2A, in Region 1, Hampton travels to Cosby and South Green visits Happy Valley. In Region 2 2A, Meigs County plays at Wartburg. In Region 3 2A, Tyner travels to Polk County while Tellico Plains entertains Bledsoe County. Shifting to Class 3A, in Region 1, Claiborne calls on North Green and Unicoi County entertains Johnson County. In Region 2 3A, Gatlinburg-Pittman hosts Kingston, Austin East visits Northview Academy, and Scott welcomes Pigeon Forge. In Region 3 3A, Sweetwater travels to Signal Mountain, while in Region 4 3A, Grundy County hosts Smith County. Continuing with Class 4A, in Region 1, Elizabethton entertains Sullivan Central, Greenville hosts Sullivan East, and Granger calls on Union County. In Region 2 4A, Anderson County plays at Sequoia, East Hamilton hosts Howard, and Eastridge entertains Hickson. In Region 3 4A, Livingston Academy hosts Macon County. Moving to Class 5A, beginning with Region 1, where Daniel Boone welcomes Cherokee, David Crockett calls on Morristown East, and Cocke County visits Volunteer. In Region 2 5A, Central hosts Gibbs, Carter calls on Sevier County, and Halls plays at Seymour. In Region 3 5A, West travels to Campbell County, and Clinton is at Carnes. A single matchup in Region 4 5A, as Walker Valley welcomes Soddy Daisy. As for tonight's non-region contests across East Tennessee, Cloudland hosts Sullivan North, Stone Memorial is at Friendship Christian, Jellicoe entertains Berea, Kentucky, Sunbright travels to Unaka, William Blount welcomes Lenoir City, Ray County calls on Marion County, and South Doyle plays at Powell. And in Division 2, Baylor hosts Brentwood Academy, McCallie makes the trip to Ensworth, Catholic travels to Father Ryan, Grace Christian plays at Boyd Buchanan, Silverdale calls on Chattanooga Christian, Grace Baptist of Chattanooga is at Grace Christian of Franklin, Webb welcomes Christian Academy, and Notre Dame entertains Green Hill. Here at Jefferson County High School, it's the Farragut Admirals looking to put a bow on the regular season and continue building momentum toward the playoffs. And just maybe, if Farragut takes care of its own business, the Admirals will be rewarded at night's end with a share of the Region 1 6A title. Coming up a little later in our Farragut football pregame show, I'll be joined by Farragut head coach Eddie Courtney. But up next, we'll get a look at tonight's probable starters for both the Patriots and the Admirals. It's a Farragut football Friday night on Farragut's independent voice, 105.3 FM, online at WFIV.com, and accompanying BDC Productions video stream with links provided at both WFIV.com and on the live broadcast page at FarragutFootball.com.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenoir City.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
The grocery store, work, taking the kids to school. Your family makes thousands of stops each year, and with each stop, you're counting on your tire's grit to stop you safely. So make Matlock Tire your next stop. Let their experts make sure you have the tires that are up to the task, like the new Michelin Premier All-Season Tire, which has excellent gripping power on wet roads, even when warm. So stop by Matlock Tire today and make every stop count.
Go with the extra mile, Matlock Tire.
In Farragut, Maryville, Lenoir City, Athens, and Hardin Valley.
Every night is Friday night without you.
Welcome back into the Farragut Football Pregame Show from Jefferson County High School, where tonight the Admirals put a bow on the 2020 regular season. Don't know what I would have bet, not much of anything, that we would have gotten here unscathed with the Admirals actually playing 10 regular season games, but that has indeed fortuitously been the case. And the Admirals put a wrap again on it tonight, hosting the Patriots, or playing at Jefferson County against the Patriots, who come in winless on the season, but off an open date and off a couple of their better performances of the season here late in the year. And it's a Jefferson County team that last year had little to play for except pride, and they laid it on the line at Farragut, and the Admirals had to score in the final minute to pull out a 39-34 victory. Let's get a look at the starting lineups. First for Coach Eddie Courtney's Admirals on offense. Up front, it'll be left tackle number 74, Carter Sherman, a 255-pound senior. Left guard number 70, Aiden Smith, 235, a junior. The center tonight is number 52, Howie Sintel, 205, a sophomore. Right guard number 51, Dennis Longmire, is a 195-pound junior. And right tackle Wilson Ventura is number 77. He is a 265-pound senior. That Farragut offensive line with Sintel added at center in place of Eli Harville averages 5'11", 231. The tight end will be number 18, Jake Wallace, 205-pound senior. Wideouts, number 15, Trace Corum. I believe Trace will be in the starting lineup. He had a couple of catches, including a long touchdown last week against Hardin Valley, as he has 5 touchdowns on the season in just 8 receptions, averaging 31.6 yards per reception, a long of 67. Also at wideout to start, we believe it's going to be Mason Collins. Last year against Jefferson County, he had a long touchdown, his first touchdown reception of his varsity career. 2 catches, 76 yards a year ago against the Patriots. And let's see, on the year, Mason averaging 15.7 yards per reception, 3 touchdowns, including a long of 39. We'll probably also see Max DeVault and Hank DeVault in the receiver rotation. Meanwhile, Matt White will be in the slot as usual. Matt with 46 catches on the year, averaging 16.8 per reception, 10 touchdowns, a long of 68. He's also rushed the ball 25 times, averaging 5.9 per carry. And Matt last week, another touchdown, 4 catches, 90 yards against Hardin Valley. A year ago against Jefferson County, Matt, in his return after being out several weeks, caught 3 balls, totaling 52 yards and a touchdown. Quarterback is number 6, Dawson Moore, junior. Last week against Hardin Valley, 11 of 13 for 218 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Also rushed for his second touchdown of the season, carried it 9 times for 53 yards against the Hawks. On the season, Dawson's completing 63% of his passes, 1,782 yards, 25 touchdowns to just 5 interceptions, and his rushing average headed north the last several weeks as he's now averaging 2.4 yards per carry, noticeably better than that the last 3 games. 2 touchdowns rushing for the quarterback, Dawson Moore, again a junior. Running backs, we'll see Schumann Shea as well as Dion Williams and Sam Moses. All 3 of those guys will be rotating into the offensive backfield. Schumann, number 38, is a junior. He is averaging 5.9 yards per carry. He's got a couple of touchdowns on the season. Dion Williams is a senior, 205-pound senior. Dion with 6 rushing touchdowns on the season, averaging 4.6 yards per carry. And Sam Moses, the junior, is averaging 5.5 yards per carry, 187 yards rushing for Sam, 51 of those yards last week against Hardin Valley when he carried the ball 6 times. Farragut's place kicker, we assume, will be Reese Keeney to start. We'll probably see Simeon Sharp as well as the night goes on. Holder is number 93, Brady Hodges. The long snapper, I believe, is going to be Kanan Jackson. If not, it'll be the freshman Roger McNear. For Jefferson County defensively up front, it's Zach Allison, number 31, a senior. Number 66, Dominic Schrader. He's a 339-pound senior, whereas number 66, matching his height, 6'6" tall. Defensive tackle number 65, Alex Mojica, 260-pound senior. Defensive end number 72, Sean David Workman, a 265-pound junior. That defensive line for Jefferson County averages 6'261". Inside backers, number 35, Tanner England, a senior, and number 45, Lex Breeden, a junior. Outside backers, number 11, Colin Young, a junior. A couple of interceptions on the year for that young man, as well as a fumble recovery. 46 hits, which is, I believe, the team lead in total tackles for these Patriots. Also at outside backer, number 21, Logan Brewer, 186-pound senior. Corners are Nick Kelly and J.P. Mills. The safety is Aiden Houston. Taking a look at the Jefferson County offense up front, number 72, Sean David Workman at left tackle. Left guard is number 51, Destin Adams. The center is number 66, Dominic Schrader. The right guard is number 52, Trevor Cruz. The right tackle, number 65, Alex Mojica. The thing to keep in mind, you've got 3 offensive linemen that are playing both ways tonight in the trenches for the Patriots, so perhaps that takes an effect as the game wears on. Offensive line averages 6 foot 270 for the Patriots. It'll be Cade Parker in the slot. He's the leading receiver on the year, 41 catches, averaging 11 yards per reception, 2 touchdowns. The halfback / tight end is number 45, Lex Breeden. Wideouts J.P. Mills, and Nick Kelly. And let's see, quarterback will be number 4, Connor Kaywood, completing 51% of his passes on the year for 626 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's got a couple of rushing touchdowns and averages 2.4 yards per carry. And the running back, the offense is really built around number 7, Aiden Houston, a 5'6", 157-pound junior. He has 1,052 yards rushing on the season, averaging 4.8 yards per carry, 7 rushing touchdowns. They've also thrown the ball to him 10 times. Not a lot of success there, averaging just 2.6 yards per reception. Place kicker Dylan O'Neill, holder Stephen McReynolds, and the long snapper Garrett Wynn for Jefferson County. Meanwhile, for Farragut, punter is Brady Hodges. Again, the long snapper Kanan Jackson, perhaps Roger McNear. And up front for the Admirals tonight, we believe it's going to be number 50, Bryce Fontenot, 230-pound sophomore. Number 45, Joe Main, 205-pound senior. Number 75, Corey Walker, 270, a junior. And number 61, Dawson Brown, 200-pound senior. The backers will be Brock Hodges, number 22, 180-pound senior, had 7 hits last week against Hardin Valley. Also number 16, Dylan Cozy, 185-pound junior. The corners, number 19, Logan Foodie, a senior, had his first interception last week against Hardin Valley. A year ago against Jefferson County, Logan had a pick as well as a couple of passes defended. Mason Collins is the opposite corner. Number 17 is his number, and he leads the Admirals with 4 interceptions. He's broken up 3 passes this year and had another one of those interceptions last week against Hardin Valley, as well as a couple of tackles for loss. The bandit or weak safety tonight, number 86, Griffin Mashburn, a sophomore, an interception last week for Griffin as he was playing cornerback late in the ball game. And the strong safety or admiral will be Camden Kuhn, senior. Kuhn among the defensive leaders with 56 hits, 9 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, interception, a couple of pass breakups, and a forced fumble. The free safety tonight is sophomore, number 47, Jackson Fisher. So that's a look at the starters, and let's welcome in Tyler Carr and Brett Clendenin. And guys, this is a little bit different look for Farragut tonight with the guys that are out because of COVID and some other guys that are out because of injury, but against a Jefferson County team that has struggled this season. You'd like to see some of these fresh faces, some of these young guys step up, fill the void, and deliver.
Yeah, Eric, I mean, when you look at it, I mean, you got 4 starters out. It's going to be a tough one. As you know, they're winless, but they're a Spencer Riley coach team. They're not going to give up. They're going to play hard. We saw it a couple years ago here. So you're going to have a tough-nosed battle, some guys in some tough spots, but hopefully they respond the right way and get you ready for the playoffs.
Well, you know, and I heard Coach Doucette down here in warm-up say one thing. He said, look over there on that sideline where all the senior parents were. Do you think those parents came here to see their sons lose on senior night? He said no. Have no ambition of seeing this team come out here and lay down for you tonight. We're going to go out here, we're going to go to war, and we're going to try to win this game.
Well, you want to go into the playoffs on a roll. Farragut has been playing well of late. Since the loss to Dobbins-Bennett, 56-35, the Admirals bounced back to defeat Bearden 45-17, and last week's 42-7 victory over Hardin Valley, which was really more lopsided than that. And so, obviously, you don't want to stub your toe. You're in the playoffs, and your spot is set, guys. You're either going to be the 2 or the 3, depending on what happens tonight between Science Hill and Bearden. But the worst thing would be to go into the playoffs having, come off a loss to a previously winless team.
Yep. Well, and I think the key, too, is a lot of these guys you're talking about in spots, Eric, this week, it's probably going to be that way next week and maybe even the week after that. So you've got to figure out who can play in these spots. I'm devastated to have them out. I'm very frustrated about it, as we all should be. But at this point, there's nothing we can do but fill the void. I think Mashburn can make some plays. I think some of these other guys can make some plays. But it's big-time ball, and you're going to have to get yourself ready for the playoffs, so that's going to be a big one tonight.
And one area that I'm going to watch is, we've talked about how well Dawson has played the past, month of the season, basically since Science Hill, I feel like.
Yeah.
You've got a new center in the game tonight, and Howie Sindell's a sophomore.
Exactly.
That's an important role. I know in the shotgun it's not as much familiarity, but if Dawson's gotten reps with catching that shotgun snap, making sure they're consistent, if he has to go and look for the basketball, listen to me. If he's got to look for the football, it's going to slow him up a little bit, make him think a little bit more, and that's something he's not done a lot of recently. I feel like he's no longer at that thinking stage. He's reacting and making things happen within this offense, and the offense is tailor-made to fit him and what he does. And so that's one of the areas that I'm going to be paying close attention to tonight as an offensive lineman, knowing that changes everything that you do. That guy's making your calls. He's identifying the Mike backer. That's going to be one thing in the first quarter that I'm going to be looking to see how Coach Patrick Doucette has made that change in the offensive line and how it's going to go forward.
It's a good point, Tyler, because you don't notice the snaps until they go awry, and you just take them for granted otherwise. But those are a couple of pretty big boys that are going to be lined up perhaps at the nose with Dominic Schrader, 339 pounds, Alex Mojica, 260 pounds. And so, that's a pretty big defensive front to draw your first varsity start against Howie Sindell at center. But Dawson Moore certainly has just gotten better and better as the season has gone on, become more and more comfortable. And guys, with so many guys out on the defensive side of the ball, you'd like to think you can keep Jefferson County, a team that has struggled to put points on the board this year, under wraps regardless. But even so, I think it makes it all the more important for the offense to get on track early in this ballgame.
Yeah, and I got to echo what Tyler said. I mean, a new center, I knew when I saw Harville out, you think, wow, you've got so much to do, but it all starts with a snap. You're absolutely right. That's such a key. But defensively, I think this team, without your senior leader, I mean, Purcell is an absolute stud. I've said it all year. He's the leader of the defense. What is the defense going to look like? You want them coming out playing well early because you want to give them confidence going into the playoffs with some new guys in some different spots that'll probably look like that way, the next couple weeks.
And with all of this seeming to happen at linebacker and defensive back, this is a matchup that you almost sort of, I don't want to say you relish, because the game plan for Jefferson County is going to be very simple. We're going to mash the ball down your throat. If they come out here and they start running the fun and gun and they start slinging the ball around, the Admirals are going to struggle a little bit more. But right now, you're looking at downhill running, downhill dive. If you can get Joe Maine to play great like I saw him doing in warm-ups down here tonight, I think the Patriots might be in for a little bit more than they want to chew.
Well, it's going to be it should be a good one, and it's exciting that we made it this far without an interruption, and hoping for more of the same as we head to the postseason next week. But one final bit of business here tonight as the Admirals take on the Jefferson County Patriots. Let's get a break. We'll return on the other side with some thoughts from head coach Eddie Courtney. You're listening to the Farragut Football Pregame Show on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 WFIV, online, WFIV.com, as well as accompanying Brandon Campbell's video feed, which you can access. Just go to the live game broadcast page at farragutfootball.com. Links are provided there. Back with Coach Courtney after this.
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. Circumstances have forced us to change the way we do business, but nothing will change the pride and love we have for baking the finest baked goods.
Coach's
Go to
interview after this one break.
VGsbakery.com to check out our curbside menu we offer Tuesday through Friday weekly. And our cake department is ready to create your beautiful and delicious special occasion cakes. Pastries, cookies, bread, and desserts, all made by hands that care. VG's Bakery, handcrafted baked goods. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the Farragut Football Pregame Show on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 FM, online at WFIV.com, and paired with BDC Productions video stream, linked on the live game broadcast page at FarragutFootball.com, as the Admirals wrap up the regular season this evening, traveling to Duplin Valley to take on region foe Jefferson County, which had last Friday off. The Patriots 0-9 on the year, while Farragut comes in 6-3 overall and 4-1 in the region after defeating Hardin Valley last Friday, 42-7. I'm pleased to be joined at this time by Farragut head coach Eddie Courtney. And Coach, last week the offense was a perfect 5 of 5 in the first half, 5 touchdowns in 5 possessions, while the defense held Hardin Valley scoreless. I guess that's pretty much what the doctor ordered on a night like that late in the season, Coach.
It really was, because we've preached all week long going to that game that we need to execute great on offense, and we need to be around the ball on defense, and be smart with how we play and try to start off explosive very early. And we need to do that because we felt like that, of course, with a region game like that and a rival game like that, and we need to keep getting better going toward the playoffs. So we've emphasized those things all week going into the game with Hardin Valley.
You know, a lot of missing or limited parts last week in your defensive front seven. How'd you feel about the play of those guys who filled in?
Well, we're excited that the guys who got an opportunity made the most of it, and it gives us a lot of depth again going into the playoff situation. And they got some playing time, something for all the work they've done in practice. Now they finally get to play on Friday night. So those guys did a great job. We're going to count on them again, most of them tonight.
We haven't really talked this year about this group of seniors. Of course, senior night was held very early in the season, just in case. But here we are, remarkably on the precipice of wrapping up an uninterrupted regular season. But this year's senior class, as large a group as Farragut has had in a number of years, and maybe one of the more tight-knit groups, too. What have you learned, Coach, through all of the challenges of 2020 about these seniors? What do you think will spring to mind when you reflect on this class at some point in the future?
Well, perseverance. They have fought since June to be able to play. And tonight, Eric, we're going to be played 10 games. And most people didn't think we'd probably play 3 or 4 in the season, probably be called. But they've done everything to play. They've done everything to take care of each other. I'm very serious about that. And all the additional things that COVID protocol has caused us from carrying their own pads and carrying their own water and not being in the field house most of the time and everything they've done. It's just the fact of how much these guys want to play and how much they wanted to compete for the region and how much these guys wanted to make a run in the playoffs. And we have those opportunities now and still do. And so for them, we're excited about because they've been able to accomplish some things that they want to do as a group. Tonight's opponent,
Jefferson County, has obviously struggled this season. But at the same time, they've been better the last couple of games and have had an open date to maybe add some wrinkles. And, Coach, history certainly teaches that this is a Jefferson County program that will play out the season. We saw it last year in a tough game against Farragut, and we saw it a couple of years ago when they actually went to Johnson City and beat a Science Hill team with a chance at a region title.
Correct, and they are. They're a very prideful program. Football is very strong in Jefferson County there, and tradition program that guys have grown up knowing what's expected of them in that program, and we know that. It's a region game. That's what we've preached. The last region game, and for us, we're trying to take care of our end of the business. Don't worry about what's happening anywhere else. And still trying to get a runner-up spot in this region so we get a home field advantage next week.
Offensively, having seen Jefferson County running back Aiden Houston on films, Farragut has gotten throughout the course of the season, in exchange with opponents. He's about as quick and as talented a runner as Farragut has faced. Hard to imagine, Coach, Jefferson County having sort of a bust-out offensive performance without Houston being a huge part of it. He's so integral to what they do.
He really is. He's kind of small in stature, what we're used to going against, but you're right. His ability to cut, very quick player, and certainly gets second level. He's got speed, so we got to tackle well and keep him contained inside. We really do, because he runs behind that big offensive line they've got, and again, one of the biggest ones we've faced this year.
You talk about that big offensive line. The Patriots have a number of guys, in particular in the trenches, who play both ways. So defensively, where you're expending all of that energy, Coach, that has shown up at times in the second half this year when fatigue has set in.
I think so, too. And we hope that's going to be an advantage for us again. We'll have about 3 guys on our end to be playing both ways, and most of our guys will still be playing on one side of the ball or the other.
So it's the regular season finale, and the Admirals with a chance to share in the Region 1 6A title. What have you stressed this week, Coach, to your team in preparation for tonight's matchup at Jefferson County?
Well, we talked about, first of all, great effort like we've been trying to get the last few games. Just lay it all out there each play. And next thing, our eye discipline, what I mean by that is looking where your eyes should be before the ball snapped, and once the ball snapped, where do your eyes go? It's very important in a game of football, so you have a chance to make plays and not be guessing. And so we emphasized real big this week on both sides of the ball. And last thing, just be enthusiastic to play Region 1 and 10th game and just go out there and have a great time tonight.
Coach, thank you, and I wish the Admirals the best tonight.
Thank you, Eric. Appreciate you.
That's Farragut head coach Eddie Courtney sharing his thoughts in advance of tonight's regular season finale at Jefferson County. Just ahead, we'll have the coin toss and opening kickoff. It's a Farragut Football Friday night on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 FM, online at WFIV.com, and accompanying Brandon Campbell's video feed. Links provided at both WFIV.com and the live game broadcast page at FarragutFootball.com.
We're all paying attention to social distancing and cleanliness these days, and your nearby Pilot Food Mart has got you covered.
Looks like
Every
we
Pilot
probably are
has a
good with at
sanitation
least
station.
1 minute.
You'll find masks and hand sanitizer to help keep you and your family safe. While you're there, get your Pilot My Rewards card. It's good for 3 cents a gallon off Pilot gas and in-store specials. Your neighborhood Pilot Food Mart. We're right on your way.
Hey, Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We've gotten so many calls. Are you open? Are you doing jewelry work? And the answer is yes. Only a few small changes. Repair times are a little longer. Jewelry design consultations are done by appointment, but the same great service you've always expected is what you'll get. And in our brand new, totally redesigned jewelry store. It's spacious, clean, and safe. If you haven't been in, you've got to come see. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler.
Every night is Friday night without you.
Welcome back into the Farragut Football pregame show as we inch ever closer to kickoff here tonight in Dumpling Valley as the Admirals come in 6-3 overall, 4-1 in region play, taking on Jefferson County, which is 0-9 on the season. Patriots coming off an open date as the Admirals
across the way, number 66, Dominic Schrader,
will have tonight as their game captains Mason Collins, Logan Foodie, Roger McNear, and Carter Sherman. The Admirals are in their road white jerseys with the Navy numerals outlined in gray. They've got the gray pants with the white stripe outlined in navy. And across the way, the lone representative for Jefferson County will be the big fella Dominic Schrader. He's a senior, offensive lineman, defensive tackle. And again, it bears mentioning that of Jefferson County's 5 offensive linemen, 3 of them start in the trenches on the defensive side as well. So that could certainly take a toll as the game goes on. So Schrader's heading out to midfield, as are the Admirals, and I believe Carter Sherman will be the single representative out at the JC. And last time we were here, the Patriots did not have the artificial turf. They got the artificial turf now, and I don't remember them having the video board either. Tyler Carr's down there, eavesdropping.
So
you're hearing the white hat right now.
Team Fair going to call you white, okay? You get to call a coin toss. There's a coin, there's a
Farragut gets the call as the visiting
there's
team.
Tail. What you call?
Tail.
Calls tail.
Carter Sherman, tails call.
It's heads, you have one call.
Defer.
Good one, and we'll defer.
All right, so Jefferson County wins the toss, and Farragut will get the ball to get our game started. Brandon Campbell behind the camera, FarragutFootball.com, the various links provided there, BDC Productions. Tyler Carr down on the sidelines for us, as well as out for the coin toss. Brett Clendenin up here in the press box alongside me. I'm Eric Gerhardt, back at our WFIV studios, Dusty Street. And wherever you may be listening, we appreciate you joining us, whether in West Knoxville on FM 105.3 WFIV, around the world at WFIV.com, or again, all of those video links, various platforms, which you can access at the live game broadcast page at FarragutFootball.com, as well as WFIV.com. I believe we've got links up there too. So Jefferson County is in their home red on senior night with the white numerals outlined in blue. They've got the navy pants with the white stripe outlined in red. And Dylan O'Neill will kick the ball away to get our game started, as the Admirals will have back deep Mason Collins, and Matt White. Our opening kickoff brought to you by Valerie Thompson, your RE/MAX home specialist. Visit ValerieThompson.com to list your home or to view Knoxville area homes for sale. Valerie says go Admirals, as Farragut looking to wrap up a share potentially of the region championship tonight, regular season region title. Admirals need to see Science Hill defeat Bearden in order to have a three-way tie with Dobbins-Bennett, as well as, of course, the Admirals taking care of business here at Jefferson County. Opening kickoff is going to bounce down to the 11-yard line where Mason Collins picks it up. Collins gets to about the 17, 18-yard line. A well-placed kickoff by the Patriots. Looked like it'd go out of bounds and the Admirals would get it at the 35. Mason couldn't take that chance as it continued to hug the sideline. He picks it up and doesn't get back to the 20.
No, I don't know. That was a good kickoff. I guess a little bit lucky as well.
Yeah.
But starts at the 18.
Farragut from its 18-yard line on the first series of tonight's ball game. Last week against Hardin Valley, the Admirals scored 5 touchdowns on 5 first-half possessions. So let's see if they can get off to a strong start here tonight. Dawson Moore keeps, and Moore has the 20, 25, running right to the 30 and scampers out of bounds. Takes a hit, goes over the bench at the 33-yard line. And that was borderline.
That was.
I was about to say, Brett, that he went untouched for first down yardage, but then he was touched.
He was touched at the very end, and that bench, we're seeing the replay. He rolled. I hope he's all right.
Out of bounds.
That was, wow.
That's a first-choice auto repair and service first down for the Admirals as Dawson Moore carries for 15 yards on the first play from scrimmage. Check out firstchoiceautomotivefarragut.com or firstchoiceautomotiveknoxville.com. And so the Admirals from the 33-yard line. Schumann Shih is the running back. As Moore play fakes to him, dumps it off to Wallace, his tight end. He sidesteps a man and gets to the 42-yard line. That'll be close to first down yardage for the Admirals. They mark him at the 41, so an 8-yard gain to the tight end.
And we've been talking about getting him more involved, Eric, Jake. He looks like $1 million. Good to see him get a catch early on a little play action. Gets 8 yards.
Gotta love second down and 2.
Yep.
Playbook wide open. And so the Admirals to the line as they move right to left in this opening quarter. The ball is on the right hash, and Farragut with a couple of receivers to each side. Matt White comes in motion, takes the handoff, sweeping right side, cuts it up at the 45. He's to midfield and just nudged out of bounds across the way at the 46-yard line. And so the Admirals go from their 41 to the Patriot 46. That's going to be 13 yards and another first-choice auto repair and service first down.
Yeah, legit sweep to the right. And I thought Tyler made a good comment there in pregame. Dawson Moore, things are slowing down, not thinking as much, reacting. It's really good to see.
Farragut from the 46 of the Patriots. Jefferson County with that 4-man defensive line. And Schumann Shih is behind Dawson Moore. A little bit of a pistol look for the Admirals. 2 receivers to each side. Schumann gets his first carry, tears away from one defender, now breaks it outside to the near side, got away from a second Patriot, and is going to be ridden out of bounds over here at the 33-yard line. Again, well out of bounds, and this time they throw the flag.
Thank you.
And so from the 46-yard line, it's going to be Schumann with first down yardage, a third first-choice auto repair and service first down, a 13-yard gain on the first carry of the ball game for the Farragut Junior, and we're going to tack some on.
Yep, little extracurriculars.
Houston's the safety that also hit Moore out of bounds. So from the 33-yard line, it'll be 15 yards marked off, and that'll be a fourth first-choice auto repair and service first down. First penalty of the ball game goes against the Patriots. And so the Admirals will move from the 33-yard line down to the 18, and they are in the Matlock Tire red zone. Matlock Tire locations on Kingston Pike near Lovell Road across from Costco on Kingston Pike and in Lenoir City. Also now a location in Hardin Valley. So the Admirals from the 18-yard line last week, Farragut in the red zone was 4 for 4 with 4 touchdowns. Moore, right side, pass, complete. And the Admirals' Corum makes the catch across the way, gets out of bounds as Farragut moves from the 18 down to the 12. It'll be a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, a little roll out to the right. Both guys were open, the deep and the short guy, but good 5-6 yards.
Farragut on the season is scoring 90% of the time they're in the red zone, getting touchdowns 72% of the time. Here's Matt White going right and scoring for the Admirals. And so Matt White, they get it quickly to the line, and Matt running the Wildcat scores from, 12 yards out as the Admirals on the board first and make it look easy. 10:32 to go in our opening quarter.
Yeah, when they play fast, obviously when Matt gets in the game, they don't want the defense to recognize it, run the quarterback read there, and he's in the end zone once again.
And it's the fifth First Choice Auto Repair and Service first down, the first touchdown rushing this year for Matt White. Reese Keeney on to attempt the extra point. It is up, and it is good. And it was Kanan Jackson on the snap, and Brady Hodges on the hold. And again, Keeney boots through the extra point as the Admirals lead it here early, 7-0, marching 82 yards on the game opening possession. Back with the kickoff on the other side as you listen to Farragut football on 105.3 WFIV.
Brickhouse Collectibles Hobby Shop is your headquarters for your favorite Lego sets, new and old, comic books, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, sports cards, games, statues, and whatever cool things we can find for you. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at Brickhouse Collectibles. We're located at 163 West End Avenue in Farragut, open 7 days a week. Discover a world of fun that awaits you at Brickhouse Collectibles. Call today 865-392-1092 or email us at info@brickhousecollectibles.com.
Houston back deep for the Patriots.
6 plays, a penalty, and an 82-yard drive for the Admirals as they lead early 7-0. Reese Keeney with the kickoff. It's going to go down to the 2-yard line where Aiden Houston settles under it, I believe. Change that. It's going to be, that is Houston. Brings it back near side and is going to be out of bounds at the 22-yard line, avoiding any contact. So Jefferson County from their 22-yard line after Farragut again scores on the game opening possession. That kickoff brought to you by Valerie Thompson, your RE/MAX home specialist. Visit ValerieThompson.com to list your home or to view Knoxville area homes for sale. So the 22-yard line, the Patriots will have at quarterback senior Connor Kaywood, and Aiden Houston, who the offense is built around, is the running back. They hand it on the sweep going left, and that's going to be for Jefferson County Lane Holt. And Holt moving right to left, moves for maybe a yard or two.
Yeah, and Fisher and Mashburn, as you said, Eric, out there at safety. Very interested to see them, how they're going to react in a big game tonight starting at safety. Both sophomores gain a yard on the first jet.
Yeah, 1 yard gain. 2nd down and 9 from the 23-yard line as Houston stands off to the right of Kaywood, takes the handoff, moving left and bottled up and pushed back. Well, actually, he came out of there, but Joe Main doing a good job pursuing from his defensive tackle position, and Corey Walker as well. Looks like maybe a gain of 4 for Aiden Houston. So 3rd down for the Patriots.
And you got Martin Aranda in there, who's done some good things, Eric, obviously getting a lot more playing time tonight.
Aranda in with Cozy as those inside backers, as Coons right up on the line along with the 4 down lineman who, as expected, Fontenot is the new addition to the starting lineup. And so 3rd down, Jefferson County trying to extend their first possession. Kaywood throws deep, and it'll be caught. It'll be caught down here at the 38-yard line as the completion is made to Lane Holt.
Tell you what, Eric, the sophomore safety Fisher in the game, coverage was great. He was all over it. Didn't make a play on the ball, but really nice throw by the quarterback there for the Patriots.
27 to the 36, so that's going to be 37 yards on the first completion as Holt, as they pick up the 3rd down conversion, a First Choice Auto Repair and Service first down all the way to the Farragut 36-yard line. Kaywood keeps this time, running left. Farragut heads him off at the pass with Dylan Cozy. Nothing doing. Great reaction by Farragut inside linebacker, junior Dylan Cozy.
Yeah, Dylan Cozy, liked him a lot as a sophomore on kickoffs. And really nice play by Dylan. He runs down the quarterback on the read, makes a nice play.
After the 37-yard pass, sets the Patriots up in Farragut territory. Cozy with a nice defensive stop, and they say maybe the quarterback got half a yard, so we'll give him 1. 2nd down and 9, the ball at the 35-yard line, as the Patriots will have H-back off to the left, and they're throwing left, and it's high and incomplete, thrown to the far sideline, looking for Colin Young, but through his hands, incomplete.
Yeah, a little play action, trying to get the receiver on just a quick out. Pretty terrible throw, high and outside.
Mason Collins, the corner on that far side, as Jefferson County moving left to right in this opening quarter, and it'll be another 3rd down situation. Patriots 1 of 1 on 3rd down. Farragut's opposition 38% on the year coming in. Hardin Valley was only 1 of 8 last week on 3rd downs. Patriots have already matched that with their first 3rd down conversion on this drive. This is going to be Houston running left, ran to the boundary. They went short side with the fleet-footed Houston, and he's knocked out of bounds well shy.
Yeah, pretty conservative 3rd and 10 call, Eric. They gained 2. It's going to be 4th and 8. You might consider it the gray area, as it's a 51-yard field goal. That's not going to happen, so they might go for it here.
So 4th down for Jefferson County.
Well, they will punt it.
And they show that they're bringing the punt unit on. We'll see. Stephen McReynolds is the punter, and the long snapper is Garrett Wynn, and they will indeed try to punt it deep, and it lands inside the 5, but caroms into the end zone, and so Farragut will take it at the 20-yard line, and it's effectively a 13-yard punt for Jefferson County.
Yeah, we'll take it.
So they picked up 1 first down on the big 37-yard completion to Lane Holt on 3rd and 5, but could go no farther. And the punt results in a touchback, and Farragut with its 2nd possession of the ball game at the 20-yard line. Admirals ball in the middle of the field. 8:07 to play. Opening quarter here at Jefferson County High School as Jake Wallace sets off the right tackle Wilson Ventura. Dion Williams is checked into the offensive backfield. The Admirals run him up the middle, and he disappears into a number of red jerseys, and we'll see if Farragut got perhaps a couple of yards, maybe only 1.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 now for Farragut.
Yeah, they're kind of switching off series there with Schumann and Dion. Bring Dion here. Not much doing physical up front early.
Ball continues to be in the middle of the field. It'll be 2nd down and 10 after no gain on 1st. Farragut with Max DeVault to the near side, as well as Matt White in the slot far side. That's going to be Trace Corum. Dion Williams standing off to the right of Dawson Moore. More play fakes to him, takes it, and the hole opens on the right side. Dawson to the 30 and goes out of bounds at the 35, 36-yard line. And so the Admirals with another first-choice auto repair and service 1st down on the run by Moore, very similar to the first play from scrimmage on the last drive.
Yeah, zone read, and he's getting more and more comfortable with it. Pretty physical run there, breaks loose and able to get 16, 17 yards.
They opened a crease on the right side. Dawson slid through and picks up 16 yards as the Admirals with their 6th first-choice auto repair and service 1st down. So from the 36-yard line, Jefferson County crowding the line, bringing the linebackers. They hand it off to Schumann, and he got away from the first man, cuts it outside, steps out of a shoestring tackle, and he's loose down the near sideline to the 30, to the 20, steps on the brakes, got away from yet another man, and carries it into the end zone. It's going to be a 64-yard touchdown run by Schumann Shea as the Admirals see Shea off the left side avoid 2 or 3 would-be tacklers and takes it to the house.
Beautiful run by Schumann. Good balance. Couple good cuts there. Broke a couple tackles. Big run there for Schumann.
64 yards for the Farragut junior, and his previous long had been 46. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. Reese Keeney on to attempt the extra point. Kanan Jackson snaps. Brady Hodges holds. And Reese Keeney boots it through, and Farragut leads 14-0 with 7:04 to go in our first quarter. Back with a kickoff on the other side as you listen to Farragut Football, presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
Here at the Mike Dyer Agency, we know insurance coverage options can be overwhelming. That's why we partner with Nationwide to help you find the best protection for you and your family's needs.
Thank you.
Give us a call today at 865-966-2111 to learn more. Or visit our website at MikeDyerInsuranceAgency.com. And remember, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
So Farragut leads early, 14-0 over Jefferson County, and got a correction to make. The number 22 is actually Cade Parker tonight. So he had a run on the first possession. Let's see. He's wearing that number to honor teammate Lane Holt, who has not played this season. So I was wondering about that. But Farragut with a kickoff. It'll be Keeney, and the ball sails down to about the 10-yard line. Jefferson County with the return to the 30, out to the 40, and Farragut finally going to get the return man down about the 45-yard line as he brings it up the near sideline on a good return by Blake Overton. And so Jefferson County with good starting field position after a nice kickoff return of some 35 yards by Overton, and just picking his way down the near sideline. Farragut leading 14-0. That kickoff brought to you by Valerie Thompson, your RE/MAX home specialist. Visit ValerieThompson.com to list your home or to view Knoxville area homes for sale. So Jefferson County from its 45-yard line, trailing 14-0. 6:54 to go in our first quarter here at Jefferson County High School. And it'll be Houston up the middle, and Farragut from behind makes the tackle. Joe Main on the tackle.
Get first by Brown. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, you know, Joe's always giving 100% physical up front, getting a little bit healthier, but always going to give you everything he's got.
From the 47-yard line, it'll be Kaywood throwing high, incomplete. Just a little sit-down route. He was looking for Cade Parker, but it is incomplete. And so Parker was the man who made the big 37-yard reception on the last possession. And they go to him here, but the pass delivered high, and it's suddenly 3rd down.
Quickly, yeah, his miss has been high and outside.
So the Patriots 1 of 2 on 3rd down. 3rd down and 8 as they look to extend this, their second possession. Midway through our opening quarter, ball in the middle of the field. Patriots moving left to right. Kaywood's going to throw it deep down the middle, and it's going to be incomplete down around the 18-yard line as Farragut had giving chase Mashburn and Jackson Fisher.
Yeah, that was a blatant hold we got through there, and blatant hold they did call, luckily, but it's 4th down, going to force another punt, Eric.
So McReynolds to punt.
White back for the Admiral standing at his own 20.
Farragut leading 14-0. And Jefferson County, a 3-and-out series. Unless they have a little trickery up their sleeve here. They do not. McReynolds with the punt. It's taken at the 25-yard line by Matt White. Matt to about the 33. Maybe the 34, and the Admirals will have it 1st and 10 at that point.
Eric, there's some laundry on the field, and I can tell you one thing that I've noticed is standing down here in the end zone watching body language is when you have a team on senior night that's not won yet, and you're down 14-0, your attitude starts getting a little testy. And so there's some activity happening in between the plays, so the Admirals need to make sure that they're in the playoffs next week.
Right.
They've got to keep their composure and make sure, because if they get ejected tonight, they will also have to sit out the first round of the playoffs next week. And I can assure you that Coach Courtney wants no one else missing next week.
Right, we got enough that for various reasons.
That was a late push in the back. I saw that one. That one was pretty blatant, which the ref did see, which was good to see. And it's going to give us excellent field position as we're on the 49.
So a second 15-yard step off against Jefferson County, and Farragut, from its 49-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Admirals, leading 14-0 midway through our opening quarter. Deion Williams, right side, and we got a flag thrown, couple of flags actually thrown as Deion puts his head down as he gets to the corner on the far side, gets forward for a gain of about 6-7 yards, but have a feeling this one's going to be Farragut's first infraction, and indeed it is.
Also, Eric, you have to love this game plan. When your defensive line, when the defensive line of the opposing team outweighs your offensive line by an average of 30 pounds, you don't want to run it right up the A-gap. So Coach Courtney's doing a great job of hitting the edges. You've seen Schumann get out wide. You've seen also Dawson pulling the ball and finding some outside seams. Great game plan by the Admirals right now.
And the other thing, make those big guys run. Guys that are playing both ways. And so it's an 11-yard step off as it's back to the 38-yard line. First penalty of the ball game, a hold against the Admirals. So Jake Wallace will set off of Carter Sherman at left tackle as the Admirals rolling left. Moore lets it go, and at 48-yard line, it's going to be Matt White, pushed out of bounds by Aiden Houston, and so the Admirals get back the penalty yardage plus perhaps about, 6 more, and so about a 17-yard gain to Matt White.
Yeah, just a little roll out to the left, perfect throw to Matthew as he's cutting to the boundary. Nice play there, first down.
So Matt had the touchdown out of the Wildcat, his first rushing touchdown of the season. He's carried twice for 25 yards, and now his first reception of the year. Farragut's leading receiver, 17-yard reception, brings up second down and 4 yards to go from the 45-yard line. Moore off a play fake, lets it go deep. Looking for Matt White, and White settles under it at the 5-yard line and makes the catch. We got a flag that comes in, but White made the reception despite interference.
Yeah, interference, Eric, doesn't matter. 7-11's always open. Matthew, great catch. Beautiful throw by Dawson. Really skied that one. Going to be first and goal at the 4.
It's a gain of 41 yards, a first-choice auto repair and service first down, as White back-to-back receptions, 17 and then 41 yards, and Admirals in the Matlock Tire red zone for the second time. Matlock Tire locations on Kingston Pike, near Level Road on Kingston Pike, across from Costco, and in Lenoir City, also now a location in Hardin Valley. Admirals cashed in the earlier red zone trip, meaning on the season they are 27 of 30 with 22 touchdowns. From the 4, first and goal. And they flare it out to White, who was in the offensive backfield. Tried to get it to him in the flat, and something we don't see too often. Brett kind of overshot the receiver. Dawson's usually very, very accurate on those passes.
No, but it started with the snap, Eric. A low snap. Yeah. First bad one tonight, Tyler mentioned it. Snap be key with a new center. The bad snap kind of threw everything off there. That's a key. First bad one, though, tonight.
Dawson 4 of 5 through the air for 72 yards as the Admirals second down and goal. Second and goal for Farragut. Ball on the far hash as the Admirals hand to Dion Williams, looking for the end zone, finding it. Dion off the left side behind Carter Sherman, and Aiden Smith scores the touchdown. It's his 7th of the season, and the Admirals dent the scoreboard one more time with 5:15 to go in our opening quarter.
The off left tackle, Dion, much better in a goal-to-go situation as far as a running back. Loves the physical contact at the 4. Big run by him. Touchdown Ads.
Admirals again convert in the Matlock Tire red zone. 2 of 2 tonight. Reese Keeney on to attempt the extra point. Kanan Jackson holds. Kanan Jackson snaps. Brady Hodges holds. And Keeney splits the uprights. Farragut leads 21-0 with 5:15 to play in our opening quarter here at Jefferson County. Back with a kickoff on the other side as you listen to Farragut Football presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenoir City.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season, and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
Welcome back into our Farragut Football Friday night from Jefferson County High School, where the Admirals in complete control here early on, leading 21-0. And the upcoming kickoff brought to you by Valerie Thompson, your RE/MAX home specialist. Visit ValerieThompson.com to list your home or view Knoxville area homes for sale. So the Admirals, Reese Keeney, will kick it short to the far side, and Jefferson County will allow it to go out of bounds, and the Patriots will have the ball at the 35-yard line.
And a score update, Bearden leads Science Hill 1 quarter in, 14-0, which I guess changes the seeding, Eric, but it doesn't give you a share of the region title.
Yeah, Science Hill last year was in the same situation and they lost to Bearden.
We've seen this story before. Science Hill upsetting DB and then falling short at the end. It's just shocking to me. But you know Bearden would play tough, there's no doubt.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So it's the Patriots from the 35-yard line after the kickoff went out of bounds, and they'll run Houston up the middle, and he runs into a wall. I believe that was Houston. As it's Farragut with Kuhn on the tackle. Joe Main also at the bottom of the pile, and so it'll be second down and about 8.5 yards to go.
I think it's safe to say Caleb Kuhn had a great career for the Admirals, but let's give Camden credit, Eric. I know you mentioned in pre-season or in before the game, he's had a heck of a season. Unbelievable stats. He's been all over the field all year.
Give to Houston, running left. Houston makes the first man miss and then breaks out of there, and he's to midfield, sidesteps a man in Farragut territory at the 48 and gets forward to about the 47 before they push him back. And so from the 37-yard line, it's going to be a first-choice auto repair and service first down for the Patriots, from the 37 to the 46 of the Admirals.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the Patriots may be winless on the season, but Houston, don't kid yourself. He's an athlete, quick, and he's got some speed.
Been seeing him on film all season long as these teams exchange films, and you'll see Jefferson County on Farragut's previous opponents' films, and Houston is an impressive running back. Takes the handoff, running right, spins away from the first wave of defenders and gets down to the 40-yard line, so that'll be a gain of 6 yards for Houston on first.
And if you're the Patriots, I mean, I think, it's an issue. How many playmakers do you have? Houston's one of them. I'd get him the ball as much as possible.
Ball on the 40-yard line. 3:53 to play opening quarter. Farragut leading here at Jefferson County 21-0, but the Patriots with a little something going is there at the Farragut 40 and facing second down and 4, staying right on schedule. As Kaywood, with an empty set, now brings Houston in motion right to left, tosses it to him ahead, and he turns it upfield, has the first down to the, it's going to be a 33-yard line, so that'll be a 7-yard gain and a first-choice auto repair and service first down on the little shovel pass.
Yeah, just a shovel pass to him there. They're moving him around here, getting involved, just as I said they should, obviously as much as possible in the different varieties they can.
So running right to left, the ball is now on the left hash, after Farragut had on the tackle Brock Hodges. So Hodges in there at linebacker tonight, makes the stop on Houston. But again, the Patriots move the chains, 1st and 10, as Jefferson County will have Breeden setting off the left side. They run it up the middle with Houston, and he's swallowed up. Joe Main got good penetration, and I believe Aranda was in the neighborhood, and at the bottom of the pile, big Corey Walker.
Yeah, Rhonda, a guy who we think will be a starter next year. A lot of these guys probably a starter next year, so it's great experience for them. And they played pretty well early. The young safeties haven't looked bad either. 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 from the 31-yard line of Farragut for Jefferson County. As the Patriots, Kaywood at quarterback. They'll go pistol formation with Houston behind him. Trips to the right, tight end left. They run it up the middle, and Houston slips away from Hodges. Slipped away from Brown. Hodges makes the tackle at the 21-yard line, but that's going to be a first-choice auto repair and service first down as Houston bounced off the first defender and gains 10.
Yeah, you just got to wrap up, unable to make the play. And, it was actually Aranda. Brown got in there as well. Both kind of missed the tackle, though.
So 1st and 10 just beyond the Matlock Tire red zone for Jefferson County as they have it at the 21 of the Admirals with just over 2 minutes to play in our opening quarter. And again, the H-back Breeden sets off the left tackle, and it'll be Kaywood throwing short to him. And Farragut misses the first tackle, but then they come up with cornerback Mason Collins, and he makes the tackle. I'll tell you, Collins has done a good job this year. Back to the 20, gets to the 25, and out to the 29-yard line on the return. Mason Collins' 5th interception of the season, and he had all day, Brett, but just couldn't find anybody open, and then delivered a ball into serious traffic. And I guess on 4th down, just throw it and see what happens. But Mason Collins, a pretty good bet to come away with that one as he did.
Yeah, and I got a little emotional. He took it out. I thought he was going to get tackled at the 1, and it's coming back.
Got a hold.
Hold on Matthew here on the corner. So now it's going to be 2nd and a country mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little block in the back. It was there.
Yep.
This is Matthew White time right now, though. Second and just a mere 33.
What it had been the 46 had it not. And it had been the 46, and so now they move it back to the 42, so that's a 12-yard step off. Hold 2 yards deep in the offensive backfield, so now the Admirals from their 42-yard line. Moore looking left, throws short, and it's going to be intercepted. Colin Young steps in front of it. That pass fluttered, and Young comes up with the interception as Farragut looking short.
Yep, Young, 2 good plays out of 3, Eric. He gets the sack, then he gets the pick. Nice job there by Colin Young, the junior safety, but forced that one a little bit for Dawson.
Young with the interception as the teams exchange turnovers. Mason Collins with an interception for Farragut. Now Colin Young for Jefferson County gets the ball back after the Admirals were going the wrong direction on that possession, and Jefferson County set up at the Farragut 39-yard line. Easily the best starting field position of the ball game. Give to Aiden Houston, looking for a cutback lane on the left, and nothing doing. Mashburn came up, forced him back inside, and there waiting for him was Aranda.
Yep. Martin Aranda, one of the Aranda boys, makes a nice play. Nice job by Mashburn to make him cut it up, because Houston is a player. This may not be an incredible Jefferson County team, but they've got a player in him, and you've got to get him going east and west.
From the 39-yard line, no gain for Aiden Houston, who has 44 yards rushing. 9 carries here early on. They've also thrown him the ball a couple of times. One of those was a simple shovel pass. Touch pass, whatever you want to call it, as he came in jet motion. So from the 39, it's 2nd down and 10. Houston stands off to the left of Kaywood. Kaywood throwing left, and it will be making the catch over here, Cade Parker. So Parker makes the reception, gets down to the 41-yard line. That'll be a gain of, about 3?
Yeah, a little play action, just simple out, but didn't get much on it. Going to be a long 3rd and 6.
So again, Cade Parker wearing number 22 tonight to honor injured senior Lane Holt, who was hurt in the last practice before the first game, has not played all season long.
Coming back, 3rd and 11.
Illegal procedure against the Patriots. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
It'll be the 3rd penalty against Jefferson County, totaling 35 yards. And Jefferson County, 1 of 4 on 3rd downs. And this one just got more difficult, 3rd down and 12. From the 41-yard line of Farragut, Patriots with the ball on the near hash. 8:29 to go in this first half. Farragut leading 21-0. As Breeden is the H-back. They got a new running back in the ball game. They fake the toss to him. They throw deep. There's Collins in great position again, and Mason Collins with another interception. And so he threw it up for grabs. And I tell you what, Brett, they might want to start picking on somebody else's side of the field, although Logan Foody's fine on the other side too, so pick your poison, right? But throws it up, and Mason Collins comes down with his 2nd interception in his many Jefferson County possessions.
Yeah, the starting safeties are out, not the starting corners, but a really nice play by Mason. We said early in the season, boy, he's a guy that can go up and really play the ball, and that just that's more than talent. That's just an ability to really find the football, and Collins does it again. Also got good size as a corner, got good height, 6'1". Really nice play by him. Admirals are backed up, but another turnover.
Farragut from its 11-yard line. Yeah, suddenly a turnover frenzy, 3 of them in a row. Mason Collins with 2 picks for the Admirals, giving him 6 on the season. And Farragut's going to run Dion Williams, and they get him around the ankles and won't let him go. I think Logan Brewer had him. Could have been 31 rather than 21. Maybe Zach Allison, I'm not sure. But whatever the case, good tackle by the Patriots, and it results in a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, Dion a little hobbled as he goes back to the huddle there. They held on to that ankle, but yeah, loss of 2. Dion
had the touchdown, 4-yard touchdown run, but otherwise tough sledding here early on. Low snap, Moore just going to run this time to his left, got popped, spun off the hit, got forward, but at that point he was deep in the offensive backfield, so getting forward actually results still in another negative yardage play as the Admirals back up to the 7.
Yeah, 21-0, but 2 negative plays in a row. That snap was a little bit low as well, which real good penetration as well by the front 7.
This is going to be the first 3rd down Farragut has faced in tonight's ball game. 7:15 to go in the first half. Farragut leading 21-0, and third down and about 14 yards to go for the Admirals from the 7-yard line. As it'll be Moore looking to his right, throwing deep for Corum, and Corum won't be able to get there at the 45-yard line. Ball thrown deep down the near hash, or sideline rather. Incomplete.
Yeah,
little bumping going on.
Little bump, yeah, a little bump there as he throws a deep ball there to Corum.
So Farragut, looks like in coverage was Nick Kelly for the Patriots, the near side corner. And so the Admirals will punt, and it's going to be Brady Hodges. Overton back deep on the punt return for the Patriots. Hodges is averaging 35.8 per punt, a net of 31.1. So this is from the 7-yard line, as Hodges' punt will be bounding, taking a Farragut roll, and the Admirals may have touched that prematurely.
Yeah.
But still an effective punt by Hodges, as it's from the 7 back to the 44, so 49 yards for Brady Hodges.
Yeah, pretty good roll. Looks like it would have gone a little bit more, as you said, Eric, but
first punt of the night for Brady, and Jefferson County, good starting field position at their 44-yard line. Had it in great field position at the Farragut 39 a moment ago before Mason Collins' second interception of this first half. And so the Patriots, Kaywood over the middle, and Farragut got a hand on it, I think. Kuhn, deflected that pass that was intended for Cade Parker.
Yeah, nice play there by Camden. Great in coverage in the slot, great at playing the run. Don't know if he got a hand on it or if it was just slightly overthrown, but nice defense nonetheless.
Check it and see. Did Kuhn get a hand?
I don't
I don't think he quite got there.
A little bit outside.
Second down and 10 for Jefferson County as Kaywood will move his H back over to the left side. That's Breeden. They'll toss, and running left. And let's see who's the running back in the ball game right now. It's going to be Omarion Mills, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards. It'll be third down and 8.
Yeah, and Griffin Mashburn able to get upfield and make him cut back, and the Navy was there to meet him as it's going to be third and 8.
1 for 5 on third downs are the Patriots. And so let's see, Houston's still not in the ball game. Looks like it's still Omarion Mills, the running back. They're going to throw short to him. Farragut's Hodges is there to make the tackle, as is Kuhn, and they get him down at the midfield stripe. So that'll be a gain of 4, and fourth down upcoming.
Yep, just kind of found the running back in the flat trying to get there. He gets a couple yards, 4th and 4, but there is a flag on the play. Can't see it, Eric, but it's there. Oh, boy. Personal foul on the Avs.
Against the Admirals. Results of the play will be a first down for the Patriots.
That hurts when you got a 4th and 4 coming and a personal foul late.
Yeah, it's tacked on to the end of the play. So it'll be a first choice auto repair and service. First down for Jefferson County with a 15-yard step off against Farragut. It's 4th penalty of the ball game, totaling 43 yards as they move the ball down to the 35 of the Admirals. Kaywood hands off to Mills, running left, and he'll be tracked down from behind as Farragut's Dawson Brown, defensive end, gets out and runs him down.
And if you're a Patriot fan, I mean, it's done not looking good, but you got to think, if you're being optimistic, you get a score here, Eric, you get it after half, you feel like you're in this football game.
My question would be, are they just giving Houston a blow on this series, or did something happen to the young man?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Second down and 5 from the 30-yard line for Jefferson County. Admirals with that 4-man front. Brown, Maine, Walker, and I believe that's Fontenot at the left defensive end, as they'll give to Mills, running right, and Farragut comes over with Kuhn, gets him down at the 26-yard line. That'll be a 4-yard gain, third down upcoming, 1 yard to go.
I know I've been seeing his praises, but what a tackle by Camden Kuhn in the open field. Looked like it was going to be a big play. Camden makes an open field tackle, which is not easy to do, forces a third down.
Well, again, Hardin Valley was 1 of 8 on third down last week. Jefferson County's 1 of 6 thus far. Third down and short as they'll give Mills, and he's going to have a first down through a hole on the right side as Farragut's Kuhn makes another tackle as they move the ball from the 26-yard line down to the 16, a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, nice run there on third and half a yard off right tackle, and like I said, trying to get on the board to get back in this football game.
Matlock Tire red zone trip number 2 for the Patriots. Matlock Tire, locations on Kingston Pike near Level Road across from Costco, as well as Lenoir City, and now in Hardin Valley. Mills running right, wrapped up, dropped. Corey Walker got him.
Yeah, big Corey Walker swallows him up. Not much doing there.
Tackle for Farragut. Second down and 8.
So from the 14-yard line, Jefferson County unbalanced to the left. They run it up the middle with Mills. Actually, he slides to the right, to the weak side of the formation. And Farragut's Joe Main is there, as well as Aranda and Dawson Brown, too.
Yep, just off right tackle. Nice job by Maine, who always physical at the nose position. Going to force a third down.
So another third down situation. They picked one up a moment ago. Third and short. This will be about 3rd and 6, we'll say, from around the 13 or so yard line. As Kaywood keeps run all the way to the right side, and Dawson Brown from behind gets him, as does Mashburn. But from the 13 or so yard line, it's going to be close to first down yardage, and maybe they got it.
Yeah, it's very close, Eric. I'm going to say 4th and half a yard is what it looks like here. Little zone read, quarterback kept it and got more than we'd like. 4th and a half yard here.
So the Admirals held them on 4th down previously, and Jefferson County is going to use a timeout. I believe that's the first timeout used by either team here in the first half. Farragut leading 21-0 with 2:26 to go in our first half, as Jefferson County won the coin toss at the beginning of the night and deferred to the second half. Farragut marched 82 yards on the game opening possession, scored on a 12-yard touchdown run by Matt White out of the Wildcat. Reese Keeney's extra point making it 7-0, a minute and 28 seconds into the game. Jefferson County picked up one first down on a long completion to Cade Parker, but the Admiral defense stiffened from there. A punt went into the end zone for a touchback by the Patriots. Farragut from its 20 scored on a 64-yard touchdown run by Schumann Sheh. And the Patriots then went 3 and out. Farragut with a 51-yard drive, scoring on a 4-yard run by Dion Williams to take a 21-0 lead. 5:15 to go in the first quarter. But since then, Admiral offense hasn't done much. Mason Collins has got himself a couple of interceptions, giving him 6 on the season. But the Admirals threw a pick as well. Colin Young with the interception for Jefferson County. And now the Patriots started this possession on their 44-yard line. They've moved into the Matlock Tire red zone, where they face 4th down and 1 yard to go from about the 7-yard line, we'll say. Kaywood will go under center, and he wants to sneak it, and Farragut's Fontenot has wrapped him up, but he fell forward, and one would think
he got enough.
It's a first down, and it is.
Needed half a yard, he got a yard.
It'll be goal to go as Jefferson County picks up its first 7th first choice auto repair and service first down, and it's goal to go from the 6 after, we'll say, a 1-yard gain for Kaywood.
Houston's back in the game, Eric, so I don't know if it was a blow or not, but he's back in.
Patriots with the ball on the far hash, moving right to left. They'll reposition a couple of players over here on the left side, and that's the side they run to with Houston. Houston looking up the middle for a hole and can't find one. And he's held to a half-yard gain at most. Joe Main there for the Admirals.
Main on the tackle for the Admirals.
Yeah, not much at all. Maybe a half-yard gain there.
Second down and goal to go for Jefferson County. Patriots looking to get on the board, trailing 21-0. So it'll be pistol formation for Jefferson County. Again, they move those 2 players to the left, Logan Brewer and Lex Breeden. And it'll be the quarterback Houston is given the football, and Kuhn rides him down from behind. Corey Walker got good penetration as well, as did Joe Main. Third down and goal.
Go ahead and lock it in, Eric. Another tackle for loss for Kuhn. Just had a fantastic, I know I've been bragging on him today, but fantastic play yet again.
Houston loses 3. It's 11 carries for Houston, 41 yards. So here's third down, Jefferson County.
And 55 seconds left in the half, Eric.
Bring Houston in motion, and we're going to have some procedure.
Flag on the play.
So Jefferson County with
Illegal procedure.
illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty, 4th penalty against the Patriots, totaling 40 yards.
Not good for them, Eric. Not really a playmaking offense except for Houston, so you don't want to back them up for sure if you're them.
They're 2 of 8 on third downs and facing third down and goal from the 14-yard line. And the clock is wound, and so it is under 38 seconds. Play clock is at 10 as Kaywood will have Houston standing off to his right. He flares out into the flat. Kaywood throws for the end zone, and can Farragut get there? Foodie dives. Did he make the interception?
Kaywood's pass.
They say
incomplete.
No.
Incomplete.
Brings up fourth down.
He threw an out pattern, and the receiver broke it in. And Foodie diving almost made himself a one-handed interception, but they say incomplete.
I think on the replay that was the right call, but Foodie unable to make the play. Now it's fourth down, 25 seconds left. They call they got one left, Eric.
One left, yeah.
And,
another timeout used by the Patriots.
But it's fourth down, so might as well. 4th and 14. 4th and goal to go, I should say. Big play here.
So the Patriots, 1 of 2 on fourth down. Farragut's opposition on the season is actually 48%. Hardin Valley last week was 3 of 3 on fourth down. And so the Admirals trying to get a stop, maintain the shutout, get another red zone stop, which they got earlier as Mason Collins made a pick on fourth down. But the offense kind of bogged down a little bit here in the second quarter after the first quarter made it look really easy, scoring 3 touchdowns on the first 3 possessions, 82 yards, 80 yards, and 51 yards on those drives. Admirals returning to the field. Farragut's got Daniel Williams in the ball game. Martin Aranda in at linebacker along with Brock Hodges, and Williams is the safety. So here's fourth down. They run the reverse, and it's going to be fumbled. Farragut's going to pick it up, and the Admirals now are going to try to tear away from the pile, but cannot. Dawson Brown picks up the fumble, so it looked like, Brett, they were going to try to pass off a reverse.
Yeah.
But Cade Parker just never had it cleanly, and Dawson Brown comes up with a football, and for a moment you thought, man, he may take it to the house.
And I think his knee was down, Eric. I think we got a fortunate call there that we got the extra 20 yards on the return. It was going to be a little reverse pass, which wouldn't have been open, but that's fine. Well, we got it on the 45. The good news about the play, Eric, is I think you try to do something here.
Yeah, Farragut, after the fumble and another fourth down stop or failed red zone trip for the Patriots, the Admirals will have it from their 45-yard line with 15 seconds to play and all their timeouts. And Farragut's going to use one of those times.
No,
Jefferson County. Excuse me, Jefferson
So we got
County.
3 left, 15 seconds left. Feels like a Matthew White time, but Jeff County's going to use their last one. Didn't like the coverage look.
So the fumble by Parker is picked up by Farragut's Dawson Brown, and I believe that is Dawson's first recovery of the season. It's Farragut's third takeaway of this first half, as indeed Dawson Brown with his first takeaway of 2020, and the Admirals with an opportunity, Brett, you would think maybe at least field goal position.
At least. Yeah, you got 3 timeouts. You have 2 or 3 plays here. You've got a good field goal kicker. You've got a couple of them, actually. But you'd like to give yourself an opportunity because they get the ball after half for sure. You'd love to get some points.
I would say that Parker lost about 8 or so yards, ball loose, and then the rest of it would be fumble return yardage credited to the defender, Dawson Brown. And so the Admirals, from the 45-yard line, return to the field. Jefferson County out of timeouts. The Admirals have all 3, so let's see what Farragut does with the ball in the middle of the field. As the ball snapped back to to Moore, fires deep down the near sideline, incomplete for Matt White at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it was kind of a fake screen, throw the wheel route to Matthew. Unfortunately, took 6 seconds. You've still got some time here, but got to come up with something.
White was the slot receiver on the near side, as Farragut, as Brett said, gave the look like a wide receiver screen to the outside, and Matt down the near sideline, but overshot, incomplete. And so here's back to pass over the middle. It's going to be Matt White, busted at the 36-yard line.
Oh, and that's going to be a flag. So that's going to help, Erica. He caught it on the 26. It's going to be a personal foul, so you're definitely in field goal range now.
45 over the middle to Matt White at the 36-yard line. Dawson Moore to Matt White. So that's 19 yards. And a first-choice auto repair and service first down.
And Young popped him, no doubt about it. He's the guy with the interception. He's the guy with the sack. And he popped him, but they're going to give him a penalty there.
Blow to the head. Yep, blow to the head, 15 yards. And so that'll move the ball down to the 21, right? Yep, 15 yards.
Yep, 38-yarder, Eric, for the field goal. Couldn't ask for anything more, really. Well, you could, but you'd be greedy.
2.1 seconds to play, and the Admirals run the field goal unit on.
Yeah, trying to get everybody out there.
Kanan Jackson will snap.
Into attempt the field goal.
Wait a minute. Farragut had all the timeouts. He can't have the horn sound. Farragut would have used a timeout.
That's the end of the half. Your score, the Admirals 21, the Patriots nothing.
Well, they're going to talk about it. Well, Jefferson County's out of here. We're talking about it, but they're already almost in the locker room.
Coach Courtney discussing with the white hat, but I don't think he's going to get anywhere in the discussion, unfortunately. But obviously, Farragut had its full complement of timeouts. You use the timeout. I mean, I'm surprised Farragut even really ran the field goal unit on. Why didn't they just call the timeout to begin with?
No, I agree. I don't think the clock should stop anyway for a defensive penalty. You know what I mean? But yeah, you just use one of your 3, but he's saying he used it. We're discussing it. No, well,
Jefferson County may have to come back.
Looks like the white hat is chasing the Jefferson County Patriots through the locker room.
Yeah, we're going to have to hold off on that halftime speech because we got one more play left.
Got our Vinci's Bakery halftime report coming up. Also at the conclusion of tonight's broadcast, we'll be selecting Denton Financial Group players of the game. You can't predict, but you can prepare. Let Clark Denton or any team member of Denton Financial show you how to plan for your retirement needs. Just Google Denton Financial Group to get started. So the home faithful are not happy. Neither is Coach Riley, of course.
No, we've got a couple unhappy Patriots here.
And Coach Riley's really got to be careful right this second. He does not need to get unsportsmanlike because I'm assuming that would be added on to the second half kickoff.
No, I don't know. Where they got to put 2 seconds back, right? So we might even think about going for it if he gets. Boy, he's not happy. He's not happy. And he's the biggest coach in the region, so you got to be careful, you know.
It's again kind of beyond me how the officials did not know. So now they brought Coach Riley back out, but he's pled his case. And the officials seem to have decided that it's a convincing case. And so now Coach Courtney getting that explanation. But, I mean, again, it's just beyond me how Farragut wasn't already just using the timeout.
Well, what's going on here, though? They bring Riley back, and then he, talks him into no points out? The field goal team's still hanging around. No, it's halftime. That's what Coach is saying.
I'll say, though, knowing Coach Courtney as well as I do, I think Coach Courtney may have said, you know what, let's let bygones be bygones and let's take this to the moment because I think Coach Courtney may have played the bigger man role there and said, okay, I'm willing to concede this, but I would not put it past them to hold that over their heads the rest of the game.
Well, we have arrived at halftime. It's the Admirals leading 21-0. Looked like Farragut was well on its way to establishing a mercy clock rule. Running clock in the second half with the way they started like a house on fire. 3 touchdowns in their first 3 possessions, but the pace slowed, and that's where we continue to be. 21-0 here at intermission after a scoreless second quarter. 21-0. The Admirals leading the Patriots at the break. We'll get a 2-minute break ourselves and return on the other side with our VG's Bakery halftime report. You're listening to Farragut Football, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's independent voice, 105.3 WFIV.
The grocery store, work, taking the kids to school. Your family makes thousands of stops each year, and with each stop, you're counting on your tire's grip to stop you safely. So make Matlock Tire your next stop. Let their experts make sure you have the tires that are up to the task, like the new Michelin Premier All-Season Tire, which has excellent gripping power on wet roads, even when worn. So stop by Matlock Tire today and make every stop count.
Go with the extra mile, Matlock Tire.
In Farragut, Maryville, Lenore City, Athens, and Hardin Valley.
Hey, Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We've gotten so many calls. Are you open? Are you doing jewelry work? And the answer is yes. Only a few small changes. Repair times are a little longer. Jewelry design consultations are done by appointment, but the same great service you've always expected is what you'll get. And in our brand new, totally redesigned jewelry store. It's spacious, clean, and safe. If you haven't been in, you've got to come see. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler.
At your nearby Pilot Food Mart, there's a refreshing drink special waiting for you, and it's only 99 cents. Any size fountain drink, icy, or coffee is right inside, and just 99 cents every day. With your Pilot My Rewards card, get 3 cents off every gallon of gas and find additional specials inside the store. Drink specials, gas savings, regular specials. Get your Pilot My Rewards card today. Pilot, we're right on your way.
Coming up, it's the VG's Bakery halftime reports here on I-105.
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. Circumstances have forced us to change the way we do business, but nothing will change the pride and love we have for baking the finest baked goods. Go to vgsbakery.com to check out our curbside menu we offer Tuesday through Friday weekly. And our cake department is ready to create your beautiful and delicious special occasion cakes. Pastries, cookies, bread, and desserts, all made by hands that care. VG's Bakery, handcrafted baked goods. Oh yeah.
Every night.
Welcome into the VG's Bakery halftime report from Jefferson County High School, where the Admirals lead 21-0. Patriots won the coin toss, deferred to the second half. Farragut took the ball, of course, to start, marched for 5 first downs, capped an 82-yard drive with a 12-yard touchdown run by Matt White out of the Wildcat, his first rushing touchdown of the season, and the Admirals, with Reese Keeney's extra point, leading early 7-0. Minute 28 seconds into the ball game. Jefferson County 1 first down, then a punt. It was a touchback. Farragut took over at its 20, moved for 2 first downs, one of those being the 64-yard touchdown sprint by Schumann Shih, as the Admirals led 14-0 with 7:04 to go in the first quarter. Patriots then go 3 and out. Farragut gets the ball at its 49-yard line. They move into the Matlock Tire red zone and again convert with a 4-yard touchdown run by Dion Williams. For Dion, it's his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. And the Admirals up 21-0 with 5:15 to go in the first quarter. Jefferson County then moved into the Matlock Tire red zone, and on 4th down threw deep down to the goal line. Mason Collins was there for the interception for Mason. It's his 5th interception of the year. He returned it back out to the 29-yard line, but Farragut gave the ball back as Dawson Moore was intercepted just the 6th time this season, as it was Colin Young making the pick, and he is Jefferson County's leader in that category. 3 interceptions now on the season for the junior linebacker, and so the Patriots took back over, but yet again it was Mason Collins with an interception. as a jump ball thrown up, and Collins went up high, pointed it, took it away. So Collins with back-to-back interceptions on a pair of Jefferson County possessions. So Mason now with 6 INTs on the season. Following that second interception by Collins, the Farragut offense went 3 and out. Brady Hodges with a 49-yard punt. No return. Ball bouncing out to the Jefferson County 44. Patriots would again move into the red zone and again faced 4th down and again turned the ball over. This time on a fumble. They were going to try a gadget play with Parker perhaps throwing off of a reverse, but as he took the little toss from quarterback Connor Kaywood, it was Parker putting the ball on the ground, and it was recovered by Farragut's Dawson Brown, and he returned it out to the 45-yard line of the Admirals, and it looked like Farragut was going to have an opportunity for a last-second field goal. But some sort of miscommunication apparently between the Farragut coaching staff and the officiating crew, as they did not understand that Farragut wanted the timeout. They wound the clock, and Farragut unable to get the ball snapped in time when the Admirals had all 3 timeouts at their disposal.
Eric, I was able to talk to Coach Courtney before they went into the locker room, and I asked what did they tell you? He said that the head did not get the signal from the sideline ref or someone else on the field that they wanted to call the timeout. Time ran off the clock. He had already held the game ball up to signify halftime, and they could not overturn it at that point.
All right, thank you, Tyler. Well, so interesting turn of events at the end of the first half as the Admirals were looking for 3 more, and just good practice getting that unit out there. And I'm sure with all of the missing pieces tonight, you've got some different players manning positions on those special teams units, and would have been a nice send-off at the end of the first half, but not to be, and the Admirals lead it 21-0 here at intermission. Farragut with the 1 turnover as Dawson Moore again was intercepted by linebacker Colin Young. Meanwhile, Jefferson County with 3 first-half turnovers. Mason Collins, a pair of interceptions for the Admirals, and Dawson Brown with the fumble recovery. I had Farragut with 10 first downs, Jefferson County with 7 first downs. The Admirals 0 of 1 on 3rd down. Jefferson County 2 of 8 on 3rd down. Let's double check that. That's going to be 2 of 9, right? 5, 7. Yes, 2 of 9, excuse me. On 3rd down were the Patriots. And Jefferson County 1 of 3 on 4th down. Farragut flagged 4 times for 43 yards. Jefferson County 5 penalties for 55 yards. Admirals lead it 21-0. We'll get another 2-minute break and return with more of our VG's Bakery halftime report. On the other side, we'll get a look at the individual stats from the first half when we return. You're listening to Farragut Football, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 WFIV.
Brickhouse Collectibles Hobby Shop is your headquarters for your favorite Lego sets, new and old, comic books, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, sports cards, games, statues, and whatever cool things we can find for you. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at Brickhouse Collectibles. We're located at 163 West End Avenue in Farragut, open 7 days a week. Discover a world of fun that awaits you at Brickhouse Collectibles. Call today 865-392-1092 or email us at info@brickhousecollectibles.com.
Here at the Mike Dyer Agency, we know insurance coverage options can be overwhelming. That's why we partner with Nationwide to help you find the best protection for you and your family's needs. Give us a call today at 865-966-2111 to learn more, or visit our website at MikeDyerInsuranceAgency.com. And remember, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Hey folks, you're messing with Ted Russell Nissan, and it's a buyer's market. That means you could trade up to a new Nissan and keep the same payment or even less. And most customers can do it with no money down. Huge discounts, large rebates, more for your trade-in, and less for our new Nissan so that you can get the payment you need on the Nissan you want. And remember, nobody can sell you the same new Nissan for less than Ted Russell Nissan. That's why we're Knoxville's volume dealer. Ted Russell Nissan, right here in beautiful West Knoxville, Kingston Pie.
Ted Russell Nissan. We got it going on.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season, and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
Every night is Friday night without you.
Welcome back into our VG's Bakery halftime report. VG's Bakery located on Kingston Pike in the Kohl's Shopping Center across from Village Green. Get you some. Admirals leading here at halftime, 21-0 over the home-standing Jefferson County Patriots. Farragut comes in 6-3 overall, 4-1 in the region. Jefferson County 0-9 on the year, 0-5 in region play. And the Admirals jump out to a 21-0 lead, scoring touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. We were just barely past the midway point of the opening quarter, and the Admirals leading 21-0. But that would be all the scoring in the first half. The defense, though, while giving up some yards, has made some stops. Mason Collins with a couple of interceptions. Dawson Brown with a fumble recovery, and the Patriots scoreless in 2 red zone trips here in the first half, as Farragut with a touchdown run by Matt White to get things started, then a 64-yard touchdown run by Schumann Shea, and a 4-yard touchdown run by Dion Williams. So the Admirals with 3 touchdowns on the ground, leading 21-0 at the break. Looking at the individual stats from the first half for the Patriots, Cade Parker, 2 carries, minus 7 yards. Connor Kaywood, the quarterback, carried 4 times for 6 yards. Aiden Houston, 11 carries for 41 yards. Omarion Mills, 6 carries for 25 yards.
This year's band officers are seniors Marianne Bryan and Colin Ford.
Total rushing for Jefferson County in the first half, 23 attempts, 65 yards. Through the air, Connor Kaywood, 6 of 11 for 55 yards and a couple of interceptions. Cade Parker, 2 catches, good for 40 yards. Aiden Houston, 2 for 9. Omarion Mills, 1 for 4. And Lex Breeden, 1 reception, good for 2 yards. 55 yards through the air for the Patriots, 65 on the ground, 120 yards of offense in the first half for Jefferson County. Meanwhile, for Farragut, Dawson Moore carried the ball 5 times, gained 22 yards. Dion Williams, 3 carries for 2 yards, including a 4-yard touchdown. Matt White, 2 carries for 25 yards, including his first rushing touchdown of the season, a 12-yarder to get things started. Sam Moses, 1 carry, 37 yards. Schumann Shea, 2 carries for 77 yards, and a 64-yard touchdown, season-long run by Schumann, Farragut's second score of the first half. So the Admirals run the ball 13 times and pick up 163 yards. Through the air, Dawson Moore, 5 of 9 for 91 yards and an interception. Matt White had 3 of the receptions, good for 77 yards. Jake Wallace, 1 catch for 8, and Trace Corum, 1 for 6. So the Admirals with the 91 yards passing, 163 yards rushing, and 254 yards of offense in the first half for Farragut compared to 120 for the Patriots, as the Admirals lead it 21-0 here at halftime. We'll get another 2-minute break and return with more of our VG's Bakery halftime report on the other side as you listen to Farragut Football presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 WFIV.
The grocery store, work, taking the kids to school. Your family makes thousands of stops each year, and with each stop, you're counting on your tire's grip to stop you safely. So make Matlock Tire your next stop. Let their experts make sure you have the tires that are up to the task, like the new Michelin Premier All-Season Tire, which has excellent gripping power on wet roads, even when worn. So stop by Matlock Tire today and make every stop count.
Go with the extra mile, Matlock Tire.
In Farragut, Maryville, Lenore City, Athens, and Hardin Valley.
Hey, Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We've gotten so many calls. Are you open? Are you doing jewelry work? And the answer is yes. Only a few small changes. Repair times are a little longer. Jewelry design consultations are done by appointment, but the same great service you've always expected is what you'll get. And in our brand new, totally redesigned jewelry store. It's spacious, clean, and safe. If you haven't been in, you've got to come see. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler.
We're all paying attention to social distancing and cleanliness these days, and your nearby Pilot Food Mart has got you covered. Every Pilot has a sanitation station. You'll find masks and hand sanitizer to help keep you and your family safe. While you're there, get your Pilot My Rewards card. It's good for 3 cents a gallon off Pilot gas and in-store specials. Your neighborhood Pilot Food Mart. We're right on your way.
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. Circumstances have forced us to change the way we do business, but nothing will change the pride and love we have for baking the finest baked goods. Go to vgsbakery.com to check out our curbside menu we offer Tuesday through Friday weekly. And our cake department is ready to create your beautiful and delicious special occasion cakes. Pastries, cookies, bread, and desserts, all made by hands that care. VG's Bakery, handcrafted baked goods. Oh yeah.
Every night is Friday night without you.
Welcome back into the VG's Bakery halftime report from Jefferson County High School, where the Admirals lead in this regular season finale, 21-0. Conclusion of tonight's broadcast, we'll be selecting Denton Financial Group Players of the Game. You can't predict, but you can prepare. Let Clark Denton or any team member of Denton Financial show you how to plan for your retirement needs. Just Google Denton Financial Group to get started, as the Admirals outgained Jefferson County in the first half, 254 yards to 120. Admirals get 3 takeaways. Farragut comes into this ball game +7 in turnover margin. They get 3 turnovers in the first half from the Patriots, a couple of picks by Mason Collins and a fumble recovery by Dawson Brown. Meanwhile, the Admirals turned it over once. Dawson Moore with his 6th interception of the season versus really eye-popping number 25 touchdowns. But Admirals kind of bogged down at the midway point of the first quarter offensively. Hadn't done much since then, and so hopefully be able to kickstart the offense, get things cranked back up in the second half. But it will be the Patriots who will have the ball first to begin play in the third quarter. So Farragut leading 21-0. For a look at what's going on elsewhere around East Tennessee, here's Brett Clendenin.
Thank you, Eric. Most important to us, Bearden leads Science Hill 14-7 at the half. Morristown West, Hardin Valley canceled because of COVID. Bradley Central up on McMinn County 14-13. Cleveland down on Ottawa 16-7. South Cream leads Happy Valley 14-6. Hampton leads Cosby 39-0. Claiborne over North Green 37-6. Johnson, Unicoi County just getting started, knotted up at 0. Granger leads Union County 50-0 at the half. Sullivan Central down to Elizabethton 42-14. Cherokee down to Daniel Boone 35-0. David Crockett up on Morristown East 28-10. Oliver Springs leads Midway 6-0. Greenback up on Oakdale 12-0. Meigs County Wartburg still in the second quarter 0 all there. Maryville up on Heritage 35-0. Gallenberg Pittman leads Kingston 7-0. Pigeon Forge up on Scott County 7-0. Austin East and Northview Academy. Northview Academy up 6-0 at the half. East Hamilton gets the COVID win tonight over Howard. Eastridge up on Hickson in a good one 14-13. Anderson County destroying Sequoia at the half 41-0. Gibbs over Central 9-7. Sevier County up on Carter 27-14. Halls up on Seymour 11-7. William Blount up on Lenore City 13-0. Clinton does lead Carnes tonight 21-16. Blackman up on Cookville, Blackman and Cookville knotted up at 7 and 3-6A. Tyner up on Polk County 14-7. Ray County, Marion County, and Macon County, Livingston Academy just getting started, knotted up at 0 in the second quarter there. West all over Campbell County 37-6. Powell leads South Doyle 28-21. Let's see here, because it's a big one tonight. And we've also got Soddy Daisy down to Walker Valley 14-0. Grace Christian leads Boyd Buchanan 21-7 in Division II. And CAK up on Webb 14-7 at the half. Eric, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Brett. And so the Admirals lead here at Jefferson County 21-0. Teams have returned to the field, warming up for the second half, so I believe that's going to put a wrap on our VG's Bakery halftime report. We'll get a break here and return with the kickoff to get the second half started. Admirals scoring 21 points on their first 3 possessions, but since the 5:15 mark of the opening quarter, Farragut scoreless. Defense, though, pitching a shutout as the Admirals lead here at Jefferson County 21-0. We'll get a break, return with the second half as you listen to Farragut Football, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 WFIV.
Brickhouse Collectibles Hobby Shop is your headquarters
and
for
I'll
your
just let you
favorite
know,
Lego
Dusty,
sets, new
because
and
I have a
old,
feeling they're going to
comic
reset the
books,
clock
Magic the
here.
Gathering, Pokemon, sports cards, games, statues, and whatever cool things we can find for you. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at Brickhouse Collectibles. We're located at 163 West End Avenue in Farragut. Open 7 days a week. Discover a world of fun that awaits you at Brickhouse Collectibles. Call today 865-392-1092 or email us at info@brickhousecollectibles.com. Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
Here at the Mike Dyer Agency, we know insurance coverage options can be overwhelming. That's why we partner with Nationwide to help you find the best protection for you and your family's needs. Give us a call today at 865-966-2111 to learn more. Or visit our website at MikeDyerInsuranceAgency.com. And remember, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Hey folks, Jordan's with Ted Russell Nissan. Here's the 3 questions customers are always asking.
What if I owe way more on my trade than it's worth?
No problem. At Ted Russell Nissan, when you make a deal with us, we'll pay your trade-in off no matter what you owe.
Can I buy with no money down?
Most Ted Russell Nissan customers can buy a new Nissan with no money down by using the factory rebate as a down payment.
Can I get finance with a low credit score?
Yes, at Ted Russell Nissan, we have 4 certified finance managers to get that new Nissan financed, even if you've had a divorce, bankruptcy, foreclosure, or repo, or just bad luck. So come see us today. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
The grocery store, work, taking the kids to school. Your family makes thousands of stops each year, and with each stop, you're counting on your tire's grip to stop you safely. So make Matlock Tire your next stop. Let their experts make sure you have the tires that are up to the task, like the new Michelin Premier All-Season Tire, which has excellent gripping power on wet roads, even when worn. So stop by Matlock Tire today and make every stop count.
Go in the extra mile, Matlock Tire.
In Farragut, Maryville, Lenore City, Athens, and Hardin Valley.
So it'll be Reese Keeney to kick it away to get our second half started. The Admirals leading here at Jefferson County 21-0 as the Patriots prepare to get the ball first to start the second half. Reese Keeney on the season has seen 13 of his 33 kickoffs result in touchbacks. That's 39%. This one will sail down to about the 14-yard line, and the Patriots have got a huge hole as they come back to the near sideline to the 40 and out of bounds around the 45-yard line as Blake Overton with a nice kickoff return. And frankly, Brett, for a moment there, you held your breath, thought it might be a lot more than that because they opened up a chasm over here on the left side.
Yeah, the kickoffs haven't been going as far tonight, Eric. We've only been getting up to the 15 or so, and that hole was huge as he gets up to the 42-yard line.
So Keeney sees the kickoff return back out to the 47-yard line. Kickoff brought to you by Valerie Thompson, your RE/MAX home specialist. Visit ValerieThompson.com to view Knoxville area homes for sale. Right up the middle goes Aiden Houston into Farragut territory to the 45-yard line as Dylan Cozy gets him by the ankles and drops him after a gain of 8 yards. Second down and 2.
Yeah, and honestly, anytime they give it to anyone other than 7, I feel like it's a win for the Admirals. And but they're feeding him a lot tonight, kind of a little misdirection there, but good blocking there by the front.
Quickly to the line now. They drop the ball. Houston picks it back up, but Farragut converging. They can't make the first tackle, but the Admirals get him with the second wave. It's Mashburn on the tackle.
Yeah, my neighbor Mashburn makes the play. Nice tackle by him. Houston just drops it. It looked like he might have had something going, but a huge mistake by him as he drops it. Of course, tries to make something doing with his athleticism, but the Navy was there, as Eric would say, and Mashburn with a nice tackle.
So it's a 9-yard loss, and it'll be third down. And the Patriots are 2 of 9 on third down. Admirals kept coming in waves after that ball was put on the turf down below. And Griffin Mashburn with the tackle for loss, as this will be from the 46-yard line of Jefferson County. K-Wood's got all day, throws it high down the middle, and the receiver wasn't looking for the ball, and the closest player to it was free safety Jackson Fisher, but I don't think he saw it either, and it simply goes incomplete down around the 23-yard line.
Yep, and I know they're young and they're sophomores, obviously getting their first start, but Fisher, Mashburn played pretty well, honestly, tonight, which has been good to see. Good coverage there by the entire secondary.
Yeah, they were in good position, even if they didn't necessarily know where the ball was, as it was intended, again, for Cade Parker deep. But Jefferson County goes 3 and out. And so this will be McReynolds to punt it away, and it is a low end-over-end kick that does take a Patriot roll. And to the far side of the field, it's going to roll inside the Farragut 15 down to the 13-yard line. So an effective punt. It wasn't pretty, but very effective, and Farragut will start from its 13-yard line with its first possession of the second half after forcing Jefferson County 3 and out. Patriots with an 8-yard run on first down, but then Houston fumbled and picked it up, was dropped for a 9-yard loss, incomplete on third down, and the Admirals go to work again, looking to kind of restart the offense after it's bogged down since midway through the first quarter. Ball on the left hash as Farragut moves left to right in this third quarter. Handoff to Schumann Shea up the middle, and Schumann moves to the 18-yard line, right behind Wilson Ventura, who was kind of paving the way, and it'll be second down and about 5 yards to go.
Yeah, you'd love to get Schumann going. I think he's our most effective back as he runs it up the middle, gets what he can, keep it in a manageable situation.
Schumann had that 64-yard touchdown run in the first half. He's got 3 carries now for 82 yards. And they'll give it to him one more time from the 18. He's across the 20. He should have first down yardage out close to the 25-yard line. And so a 6-yard gain for Schumann. Move the chains. First choice auto repair and service. First down on the 6-yard gain.
Yeah, reestablish the line of scrimmage as they did their first down.
And quickly to the line. Here's Schumann across the 25 to the 27 maybe. A 3-yard gain. Second down and 7 upcoming.
Yeah, went really fast again, trying to speed up the tempo. Gains a couple, nothing more.
Big defensive tackle, 6'6", 339-pound senior Schrader credited with the tackle. So the Admirals second down and 7 from the 27-yard line. Shea dancing left side, now cuts it upfield. Makes a nice cut to get inside a defender at the 30 and spins forward to the 35. That was Houston that he slid inside of, the safety. And the Admirals move for another first choice auto repair and service first down.
Yep, right on the sticks, actually, Eric, but they're going to eyeball it as they love to do. First down ads.
So back-to-back, first choice auto repair and service first downs for the Admirals on this, their first possession of the second half. And it's first and 10 from the 34-yard line. As the Admirals will have trips right, single receiver left is probably DeVault. Handoff to Schumann, running right, and he steps out of a tackle and gets forward to about the 38-yard line as the tackle was made by Zach Allison.
Yeah, kind of surprised Dawson didn't hold on to that one. Gave it to Schumann yet again, gets 3 or 4.
Call it a gain of 402 yards now for Schumann. And the Admirals second down and 6 from the 38-yard line. So you're going to have Wallace as the inside of 3 receivers to the left, Matt White in the middle, and then Max DeVault is the outside receiver to the far side of the field. Meanwhile, Trace Corum to the near side. As the Admirals with Schumann Shea, play fake to him, Moore looking left, throwing deep. Matt White trying to track it down, and it'll be overthrown at the 30-yard line of the Patriots. Just down the seam, looking for Matt White, who had a step on the defender, but the ball a little bit overthrown, and Dawson incomplete on his first offering of the second half, now 5 of 10 on the night.
Yeah, just slightly overthrown. He's had a few deep misses there. Has had a step or two, Matt did, just a little bit overthrown.
So Farragut's 0 of 1 on third downs tonight. This is third down and about 6 yards to go from the 38-yard line of the Admirals. Again, trips left, single receiver right, Shea in the offensive backfield, and the snap goes off the face mask of Moore, and he's going to be dumped back at the 26-yard line, is giving chase. I believe Hawthorne may have been in on the tackle.
Yeah, that was not a bad snap, Eric. Just he wasn't Well, he was looking at it. I'll be honest with you. It was a good snap. He just off his face mask.
Yep. So it had been, what, about the 38-yard line, we'll say, and it is now back to approximately the 31, so a 7-yard loss. And it'll be from the 31-yard line, Brady Hodges with a punt, and it'll be fair caught. So Farragut moves for 2 first downs, but then a punt.
At the 37-yard line where the Patriots will start, 1st and 10.
31 to the 37. So 32 yards on the punt by Brady Hodges, no return. Jefferson County from its 37-yard line. Hodges and Aranda, inside linebackers, as they will give to Mills, and Aranda comes up, makes the tackle, and the ball comes out. Farragut has the football. Are they going to say he was down? Looks like the near side line judge is saying he was down. Corey Walker pounced on the football.
Wow.
And Aranda with a hit, and Mills appears to be a little bit shaken up.
What a pop by Martin Aranda. Was that ball out? Replay, hard to tell.
Omarion Mills picks up 2 and then pays a price as Aranda delivers a blow. And Mills is going to go off to the far side. So it's 2nd down and 8. Farragut thought they might have their 4th takeaway of the night as Corey Walker scooped up the loose ball, but the official says no. Mills was down. And so 2nd down and 8 from the 39-yard line of Jefferson County as the Patriots, with an H-back on the left side, they're running it left to Houston, and Houston's going to be bottled up by Aranda. Nicely done by Aranda. And
nice job by Martin. It looked like Houston had something going, didn't it, Eric? And Aranda and Collins said no.
Gain of maybe 1, we'll say. And so it's 3rd down for Jefferson County. 2 of 10 on 3rd downs. Ball on the near hash as the Patriots need 7 yards here. Ball on the Jefferson County 40-yard line as Kaywood looks to the far sideline, relays the call to his teammates. Houston stands off to his right. They flare Houston out into the flat. They'll throw over the middle, though. And that's not a first down. We're looking right down the line here. It'll be 4th down as the completion is to J.P. Mills. He picked up 6.5.
He did not catch that football.
Oh, if he caught it.
No chance.
The back judge was signaling that it was an incomplete pass.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking. No chance. That's right on my 45-yard line here.
I'm just looking at whether he had enough yardage for the first, and
which he didn't.
Did not.
But they probably go for that there. But they're going to punt the footballs, clearly hit the ground.
So Jefferson County unable to pick up a first down for the 2nd time here in the 2nd half. 3 and out. McReynolds will punt as the snap comes back from Garrett Wynn.
Oh, boy.
And this one, the previous one was not pretty, but it was effective. This one not so effective as it kicks out to the near sideline, and Farragut will have the ball at the 43-yard line. Its 43-yard line.
Yeah, none of them have been pretty, Eric, but that one was
17 yards.
Not effective.
So, again, let's see if Farragut can establish some consistency on offense. And they're
wave the flag.
Wave the flag off. Because, you know, Farragut looked like they had something going with the ground game on the first possession of the 2nd half a moment ago, Brett. But
yeah, need to get back to that.
Yeah. So Farragut from its 43-yard line. 21-0. The Admirals lead it with 6:10 to play in our 3rd quarter. Handoff to Moses running left. He sheds one man, puts his head down, and burrows forward to about the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 1.5, 2 yards for Moses when it looked like they might have him wrapped up in the backfield for a loss.
Yeah, the big front has been better in the 2nd half, really since the middle of the 2nd quarter, Eric, really getting a better push. Luckily for us, Moses breaks a few tackles to get a couple maybe.
Second down and 8 from the Farragut 45-yard line as Moore gives to Moses. And again, Farragut just doesn't look like they're blocking Alex Mojica. That's twice now that he's come clean through.
Yeah, kind of surprised Matt White hadn't gotten more going, obviously, through the air, but trying to establish the run, Eric, but the physicality of the front four has been good here.
So it's third down for Farragut, and then the Admirals are 0 of 2 on third down. Third down and 9. Moses gained 2, then lost 1. 2 receivers left, as well as a tight end, or to the right, rather, as well as a tight end. And here's Moore escaping one man, and is just going to run it out of bounds.
Oh, my goodness. He absolutely held Matt White. That was atrocious. You got to be kidding me. That's ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Wow. He couldn't even run his route.
Well beyond the 7-yard cushion. So Farragut with a 1-yard gain on the scramble by quarterback Dawson Moore. And it's going to be a 3-and-out series. Hodges from the 45-yard line. Snap comes back from Kanan Jackson. Jefferson County got some pressure. Nose of the ball down. Hangs it up in the air. It'll be fair caught at the 25-yard line. So a 30-yard punt and no return.
That's the most upset I've got about the refs all year, but that was the worst call I've seen all year. You seen it? Well, you get to see it. You get a lot of replays, and you get to watch film over. So I can't say that. But
I think about that pass interference call late in the first half against Farragut at Maryville.
Yeah, well, there was a few of those on that.
Were you guys around at halftime? Just asking.
So Jefferson County quickly to the line, and they'll run it right, as this is going to be the receiver, Cade Parker, tonight wearing number 22. That continues to throw me for a loop, as Parker running the sweep will move from the 25 to the 32, a gain of 7 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, nice tackle there by sophomore Fisher. There's first start tonight. I think the 3 fill-ins defensively, Eric, have played pretty well. Aranda's been pretty good as well.
Second down, 3 yards to go from the 32-yard line, and Farragut comes up and nails Houston with Dylan Cozy. Cozy filling, does a nice job tackling the elusive running back Aiden Houston, and it'll be third down, no gain.
Yeah, we've liked Dylan since last year on kickoff, and he's really made some good plays again this year, playing in the middle tonight. Nice tackle by him for a short gain, going to be 3rd and 2.5.
2 of 11 on third down are the Patriots, as they will have it from the 32-yard line. They need the 35. 3:50 to play, third quarter here. Jefferson County, Farragut leading 21-0. Kaywood throws right. Farragut breaks on it with Foodie, and they say it's caught across the way, as the reception is going to be made by Mills. So Mills from the 32-yard line out to the 38, a 6-yard gain on the little hitch. First Choice Auto Repair and Service, first down.
Yeah, Foodie on the hitch. He tried to get there, almost did. Thrown really early, which was good for them because he's able to make the play just barely.
That's the initial First Choice Auto Repair and Service first down of the second half for Jefferson County. Now they give it to Houston, and he runs into a wall. Farragut stacked it up nicely, ran into his own blockers, and now, oh no, Cozy's hurt.
Yeah, Cozy and Brown on the tackle, and it's just what we need. Looks like it's his wrist.
That was what he initially grabbed, right? Yeah, the right wrist.
Yeah.
And he's up. Farragut trainer had come all the way across in that walking boot, Jessica Pearl, and has to come back because they got Cozy up quickly.
Yeah.
And so he's off to second down and 9, as good play by the defense surrounding Aiden Houston, holding him to a 1-yard gain.
Looks like he may be better off than I thought. He seems to be walking it off.
39-yard line, 2nd down and 9 for the Patriots. Kaywood takes the snap, throws right, intercepted. Logan Foodie going back the other way. Foodie to the 20, got by the quarterback to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. Logan Foodie with a pick 6 for the Admirals. Last year he had an interception against the Patriots. Last week he had an interception against Hardin Valley. Tonight, a pick 6.
And I still remember 6 weeks ago he said, I'm going to see that beard later in the season, talking about you, loving you. A hitch route was what he threw. Receiver did not run the hitch route, but Foodie wasn't fooled. He loved it. Pick 6, beautiful play there by Foodie.
Farragut's first defensive touchdown of the season. The Admirals had a safety against Bradley Central way back in the season opener, but the first touchdown by the defense, as this will be Keeney out of Hodges' hold, and I believe Jackson on the snap. Yes, Kanan Jackson on the snap. All good, and Farragut leads 28-0 with 2:48 to play in our third quarter. Logan Foodie with a pick 6 for the Admirals. We're back with the kickoff on the other side as you listen to Farragut Football presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
At your nearby Pilot Food Mart, there's a refreshing drink special waiting for you, and it's only 99 cents. Any size fountain drink, icy or coffee, is right inside, and just 99 cents every day. With your Pilot My Rewards card, get 3 cents off every gallon of gas, and find additional specials inside the store. Drink specials, gas savings, regular specials. Get your Pilot My Rewards card today. Pilot, we're right on your way.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
So Reese Keeney will kick it away as the Admirals now lead 28-0. They get their first defensive touchdown of the season. Logan Foodie, senior cornerback. Second interception in as many weeks, and he returns it to the house. And now Keeney to kick off, and he'll send it downfield. Jefferson County settles under it at the 10-yard line. On the return, I believe Blake Overton. Overton to the 20, to the 25, and wrapped up by Brock Hodges on the near sideline. The kickoff brought to you by Valerie Thompson, your RE/MAX home specialist. Visit ValerieThompson.com to list your home or view Knoxville area homes for sale.
And I know you know the stats better than me, but we usually have a few defensive scores. This is kind of late for us to get our first one. I mean, we've been doing this 8 years together. This probably feels like the latest we've had in our time together.
To have the kind of season Farragut has had, you normally, even though they're positive in the turnover margin, they usually have created more takeaways.
But we're still plus 11, right now?
Well, we came in plus 7 on the night, and so plus 10 now. Handoff to Houston, running left. Farragut from behind, big Corey Walker with the tackle.
Didn't we have 3 turnovers in the first half?
Yeah, we got 4, but we gave one up.
We did give one back. That's right. So we're up to plus 10 on the year.
No gain on the play.
Yeah, not much doing there.
So Houston will say with a 1-yard gain as he's ridden down from behind by the defensive tackle Corey Walker. And Jefferson County with trips right, H-back to the left. Houston in the offensive backfield with Kaywood. Kaywood looking to pass, throws left side, maybe picked off again. Knocked down instead by Kuhn. Boy, Brett, if Kuhn makes that pick, it's back-to-back pick 6s.
And I was just setting it up, there's only one on the year. And then, Kuhn got his hands on it. I can't say enough about how well he's played in coverage, in the box, tackle for losses, sacks. Beautiful deflection there, but he wishes he could have. Oh, and he could have.
Yeah.
And he could have made the play. But it wasn't an easy play, but he could have made it.
No. They were looking for Cade Parker. And so it's 3rd down, and Jefferson County is going to use a timeout. Patriots use a timeout facing 3rd down and some 9 yards to go, trailing Farragut 28-0 here in Dumplin Valley as Admirals scoring 21 in lightning-like fashion to begin this ball game. But since then, just the pick 6.
Eric, just a score update for you guys. Bearden now leads Science Hill 21-7 in the 4th quarter.
Wow.
Well, doesn't really matter who we root for or what. You just need to find the positive in whichever scenario plays out, right?
Exactly.
And so if Science Hill wins, then Farragut gets a share of the region title, a three-way tie between the Hilltoppers and the Indians of Dobyns-Bennett. The Admirals would be a 3 seed. They would not have the opportunity to host a playoff game, but they would be on the other side of the bracket from Dobyns-Bennett and Maryville, which would have to play each other. One of those teams would be gone by the time you got to the quarterfinal round, assuming you make the third round.
But in this scenario, you host a game, but you don't get a region share, right?
Right.
Well, you look at the positives either way. I like you spinning it that way.
Yeah, I mean, at least those guys, in particular the seniors, would love to play at home at least one more time, and that would give them that opportunity.
Sure.
Coming out of the timeout, Kaywood throws, that either slipped out of his hand or that should be grounding.
That's almost intentional grounding in the middle of the field.
Yeah. I mean, there's nobody anywhere around, but maybe the ball slipped from his grasp.
Well, that's a kind thing to say, maybe, but yeah, that's almost intentional grounding there. But that's going to force a punt. Nobody in the area.
I mean, the middle of the field was just vacated, and
you don't see an intentional grounding throw right there, but that was there was nobody around.
I guess maybe the saving grace, he really wasn't under duress. Here's McReynolds with a punt and angles it to the near sideline, out of bounds, and Farragut's going to have it somewhere around the 45-yard line. In fact, it looks like maybe right at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, touchdown here will get a running clock so we can get Eric to bed a little early tonight. We'll see if it happens, but love to get a big score here.
Farragut from the 45-yard line, leading 28-0. And Farragut moving left to right. Late in this third quarter, ball on the near hash, Dion Williams back in the offensive backfield, joining Dawson Moore. Hand off to Dion, up the middle, and Dion spins forward to the midfield stripe. A 5-yard gain as he runs left behind Carter Sherman and Aiden Smith. 5-yard, I'll call it a 4-yard gain for Dion.
Yeah, kind of been a mixed bag on the run game tonight, Eric. Sometimes the pressure is there, and sometimes we blocked it pretty well. I'd say inconsistent would be the word.
Admirals, 2 receivers left and the tight end. They run it up the middle. Dion, the middle comes open, and he's into Jefferson County territory down to the 38-yard line as Farragut moves from the 49 of the Admirals to the 38 of the Patriots with a First Choice Auto Repair and Service first down.
Going fast.
Yep. From the 38 or 37, I guess. Williams again, this time down to the 35, a gain of 2.
Yeah, and every time we go fast, it doesn't always work out our way. We try to speed up, get a play going, but it's not always been very beneficial for us, as usually not a big gain.
That run a moment ago by Dion was 14 yards. First Choice Auto Repair and Service first down. Check out firstchoiceautomotiveknoxville.com or firstchoiceautomotivefarragut.com. Schumann Shea enters the offensive backfield. Running left, he'll carry from the 35 down to the 30, where it'll be third down for the Admirals.
Yeah, nice run by Schumann. What he does best, Eric, is put his foot in the ground as he does there. It's going to be 3rd and 2, and I think it's considered 4-down territory because it's a long field goal, so think about it as a 2-down opportunity.
So the Admirals are 0 of 3 on 3rd down tonight. Moore running all the way, and they had him in the backfield, but he slipped the tackle and got forward for first down yardage. From the 29-yard line, Moore running right, slipped past a couple of Jefferson County defenders down to the 23.
Yep, and should be the last play of the third quarter. Nice job by Dawson. Break a couple tackles to move the chains.
First Choice Auto Repair and Service, first down, the 4th of the quarter and 14th of the game, and the Admirals going to snap it. Low snap, Moore picks it up, throws for the end zone, looking for Corum, and the ball is knocked away as the horn sounds ending the third quarter. And so the Admirals throw it into the end zone and thought maybe Corum had himself yet another touchdown. But nice play by the cornerback on this side. I believe that was Nick Kelly in coverage. And we'll go to the fourth quarter with the Admirals leading 28-0 over the homestanding Jefferson County Patriots in this regular season finale. Back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute as you listen to Farragut Football presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
Brickhouse Collectibles Hobby Shop is your headquarters for your favorite Lego sets, new and old, comic books, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, sports cards, games, statues, and whatever cool things we can find for you. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at Brickhouse Collectibles. We're located at 163 West End Avenue in Farragut, open 7 days a week. Discover a world of fun that awaits you at Brickhouse Collectibles. Call today 865-392-1092 or email us at info@brickhousecollectibles.com.
Hey, Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We've gotten so many calls. Are you open? Are you doing jewelry work? And the answer is yes. Only a few small changes. Repair times are a little longer. Jewelry design consultations are done by appointment, but the same great service you've always expected is what you'll get. And in our brand new, totally redesigned jewelry store. It's spacious, clean, and safe. If you haven't been in, you've got to come see. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler.
Third yard, Brett Clendenin, Tyler Carr, Brandon Campbell back with you here at Jefferson County High School. Dusty Street back at our WFIV studios. Admirals lead 28-0 over the Jefferson County Patriots as we head to the fourth quarter. Coming up at the conclusion of tonight's broadcast, we'll be selecting our Denton Financial Group players of the game. You can't predict, but you can prepare. Let Clark Denton or any team member of Denton Financial show you how to plan for your retirement needs. Just Google Denton Financial Group to get started. Admirals on the first play of the fourth quarter. Give it to Schumann Shih. And Schumann from the 24-yard line, we'll say, carries down to about the 20. It'll be third down. Call it 20, 4-yard gain.
Yeah, I did not expect us to take a shot, Eric. I was looking down thinking the end of the third, and they took one. But it's going to be 3rd and 7 here. Maybe we go for it on 4th. Who knows? But 3rd and 7, big play.
Third down for the Admirals on the cusp of the Matlock Tire red zone. Picked up a third down earlier, the first of the night. This is Moore keeping, running right, and he'll be brought down at the 19-yard line. A good tackle by Logan Brewer. Looked like maybe Farragut had something cooking there on the zone read, but it'll be 4th down.
I think you read it perfectly, Eric. Yep. It was not the give there. That was keep it, and but really nice play by the linebacker. Makes a nice tackle, and the Admirals will – looks like they're going to go for it.
Farragut on the season is 6 of 20 on fourth down, so 30%. The Admirals have converted on their 4th down tries. 4th down and about 6 yards to go from the 19-yard line as they are in the Matlock Tire red zone, where tonight they're 2 of 2 with a couple of touchdowns. But trying to overcome 4th down here. Back to pass. Moore throwing over the middle, and it'll be incomplete. And we've got Corum being held by the cornerback.
Yeah, Eric, I don't think he makes the play. I think it's overthrown. But we are fortunate he hooks him. Big play.
Just a moment ago, Kelly made a really nice play on the ball thrown in the end zone. This time, a little early on the contact, and as you say, Brett, it may not have been the best delivered ball by Dawson. And so it'll be a first down as the Admirals go from the 19-yard line down to about the 10, just inside the 10, half the distance to the goal, as they pick up a first-choice auto repair and service. First down. Call it a 10-yard penalty. And the Admirals with a fresh set, hand to Schumann, and he'll be wrapped up and thrown back as the Patriots had at the bottom of the pile Sean David Workman.
And kind of as you described pregame, Eric, we knew they were going to give everything they had, and they are. Jefferson County never going to stop battling, kind of like their coach did right before the half. He's never going to stop battling for every call, and even if you're going 0-10, but.
Second down, goal to go from the 9-yard line after a half-yard pickup by Schumann. This time it'll be Moore flipping it out to Wallace, tight end, right side, and Wallace will score from 9 yards out. So that's the same play the Admirals ran against Bearden, and it went for a 19-yard touchdown here tonight in the Matlock Tire red zone, a 9-yard touchdown completion from Dawson Moore to his tight end, Jake Wallace.
Yeah, and a good tight end is something this program is known for. Really nice job by Jake, who big physical guy, can run, basketball player. Nice catch on the play action and gets in the end zone.
And touchdown number 26 of the season for Dawson Moore, the second to Wallace. On to attempt the extra point is Farragut's Reese Keeney. And it is up and it is good. And so the Admirals lead 35-0 with the clock rolling right now. And it's going to be a running clock, but it's not supposed to run after scores. So it looks like they've stopped it now. But 35-0 is our score. We'll get a break, return with a kickoff on the other side as you listen to Farragut Football presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WF5E.
Here at the Mike Dyer Agency, we know insurance coverage options can be overwhelming. That's why we partner with Nationwide to help you find the best protection for you and your family's needs. Give us a call today at 865-966-2111 to learn more. Or visit our website at MikeDyerInsuranceAgency.com. And remember, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
So the Admirals with their first offensive touchdown since the opening quarter. They lead 35-0. Here's Houston on the kickoff return, and it comes open for the Patriots to the 40. Puts a move on Keeney and is going to be thrown down from behind by the Admiral Sam Moses. But it's a big kickoff return by Houston. We saw a crease earlier on a kickoff return that looked like it might go for a huge return. It was only a good one, but this time Houston clears the midfield stripe and sets the Patriots up at the Farragut 46. Kickoff brought to you by Valerie Thompson, your RE/MAX home specialist. Visit ValerieThompson.com to list your home or view Knoxville area homes for sale. Farragut leading 35-0. As man comes in motion, they toss it to him. That's going to be, again, wearing 22 tonight, Cade Parker. And Parker, with the pass reception on the little shovel, moves forward for a 1-yard gain.
And a score update, Eric, Science Hill leads 21-7 with 3.5 minutes left. McMinn County leads Bradley Central 27-14 late in the third quarter.
You said Science Hill leads. It's Bearden that leads, right?
No, excuse me. Bearden leads by 2 touchdowns.
Back to pass, Kaywood. Over the middle, incomplete.
Make that 3 touchdowns. Bearden just scored again.
Wow. Man, Science Hill has been absolutely snake-bit in positions to win or a share of the region title. They lost to Jefferson County a few years back. Last year, they had a chance to share in the region title, and they lost to Bearden.
Yeah.
And
they're as bipolar as it gets.
Tonight, Bearden's biting them again.
Yep.
So it's third down for the Patriots. From the Farragut 45-yard line, 3rd down and 9. Kaywood takes the snap, throws over the middle, and there's a huge lick on the crossing pattern. Cade Parker, to his credit, held on to the football, but it's going to be for a loss of 1.
And give Brecken some love, too, there. Jerome Brecken with a pop with Kuhn. That one was physical.
Kuhn and Brecken. Yeah, Brecken in there as well as Elijah Harmon at inside backer. And so it's going to be Jefferson County going for it on 4th down. 4th down and 10 from the 46-yard line as Farragut tries to hold him without a first down after the big kickoff return by Aiden Houston. Houston off to the left of Kaywood, flares out into the left flat. Kaywood straight drop, throws deep, has a man open, and it'll be Jefferson County running under it at the 10 and taking it into the end zone. And so it'll be a 4th down conversion and a 46-yard touchdown pass to Cade Parker.
Yeah, had some backups in the game, Eric. Just a little deep ball there, and it was wide open. Pretty good throw as the running clock is out the window.
46-yard touchdown pass to Parker. He had a big 37-yard reception early in the ball game. And gets Jefferson County on the board here in the 4th with, 6:30 to play. As Jefferson County, Garrett Wynn should be the snapper. McReynolds holds. Dylan O'Neill to attempt the extra point as the Patriots run on a player late. 35-6 our score as Jefferson County's O'Neill tries to make it 35-7 and does. So 6.5 minutes to play. Farragut leading Jefferson County here in Dumpling Valley 35-7. We're back with the kickoff on the other side as you listen to Farragut Football presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. And remember, nobody can sell you the same new Nissan for less than Ted Russell Nissan. You can shop all over heaven and half of Tennessee, and you won't find a better deal on a new Nissan. And if you don't believe it, bring me the other dealer's best deal. Bring me their best price. Bring me their best payment. And we'll beat it every time. And remember, if it'll drive, it's worth $5,500. Any make, any model, even wrecked with a bad Carfax. And that's not up to like the other dealers, but guaranteed $5,500 for any old sled you can drive on our lot. And that's only at Ted Russell Nissan.
So Jefferson County breaks through midway through the fourth quarter, and they trail Farragut 35-7 as the Admirals for a moment there had the running clock going, but the Patriots knocked the margin back down under that 35-point differential. And so the Admirals will be receiving the kickoff from Dylan O'Neill as Farragut going to have Matt White, Mason Collins back deep. Little Folsom Prison Blues here at Jefferson County.
Music's great here. Give them credit.
White and Collins back deep for the Admirals.
Kickoff will be brought to you by Valerie Thompson, your RE/MAX home specialist. Visit ValerieThompson.com to list your home or view Knoxville area homes for sale. See if the Patriots kick it deep. They do. Angle it to the near side. Mason Collins at the 11-yard line. With it to the 20, 25, 30. Down the near sideline to the 40. Cuts inside the kicker, and he's gone. Mason Collins with Farragut's first kickoff return of the season for a touchdown. Collins with an interception in the first half. 2 interceptions in the first half. Tops himself perhaps with the 89-yard kickoff return.
And I think, we talked about how Dawson is feeling a lot more comfortable since the beginning of the season. I think the same can be said for Mr. Collins. His brother was fantastic here, starting to make his own name defensively, offensively, special teams. The boys got some speed, and let's tick, tick, tick yet again.
And again, pretty special, too, because the family hails from Jefferson County.
That's right.
I mean, they were the Collins family absolute legends.
That's right.
Up here in the Dandridge area. As the kick is up and good by Simeon Sharp this time. So Simeon Sharp tacks on the PAT, and Farragut once again leads by 35. It's 42-7, just like that, thanks to an 89-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by junior Mason Collins. We're back with the kickoff on the other side as you listen to Farragut Football presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
The grocery store, work, taking the kids to school. Your family makes thousands of stops each year, and with each stop, you're counting on your tire's grip to stop you safely. So make Matlock Tire your next stop. Let their experts make sure you have the tires that are up to the task, like the new Michelin Premier All-Season Tire, which has excellent gripping power on wet roads, even when worn. So stop by Matlock Tire today and make every stop count.
Go with the extra mile, Matlock Tire.
In Farragut, Maryville, Lenoir City, Athens, and Hardin Valley.
Well, we had a first earlier in this half. Farragut's first defensive touchdown of the season. That went to Logan Foodie on a pick six. Now we have our first special teams touchdown of the season. Mason Collins with an 89-yard kickoff return. And now Simeon Sharp will boot it away. And Sharp's kick sails down to the 6-yard line. I believe that's Overton on the return, bringing it near side to the 20 and out to the 25, 26-yard line, where Farragut knocks him out of bounds. The Admirals on the tackle with Jack Alley, who's a freshman. Kickoff brought to you by Valerie Thompson, your RE/MAX home specialist. Visit ValerieThompson.com to list your home or view Knoxville area homes for sale.
Yeah, Bearden does get the win. Goes final 27-7. That's unbelievable, but
really is. I mean, what a Jekyll and Hyde team seemingly year in and year out.
To beat that Dobbins-Bennett team and then that.
And you never know in COVID era,
Who's
you know what they had to play with tonight. Who knows? Back from the 26-yard line, it's going to be Kaywood one-hopping a pass on the near side, intending it for Colin Young, incomplete.
Yeah, same way with West a couple weeks ago. I was shocked by that score.
Right.
And you said they had a ton of guys out, which
right.
makes more sense than Science Hill. I don't know if I give them as much credit because they could lay an egg.
Looks like Farragut's got a freshman in at defensive end, Jackson Bennett, the freshman.
Yep.
Left defensive end. Maybe Will Changus is the right defensive end. Andrew Doan in at defensive tackle along with Bryce Fontenot. They throw deep, and it'll be Parker going up. Did he make the catch? He did. Parker with a catch as that goes from the 26, 24, 26 yards on the completion. A First Choice Auto Repair and Service first down.
Great play, though, because Fisher was right there on it, Eric, and I was watching Jackson Bennett, the freshman. He got absolutely held on the play, thrown down, but they didn't call it.
Houston takes a flare pass right side, sidesteps a man, now cuts it across the middle of the field. He's loose at the 40. He's got a blocker in front of him to the 30, to the 20, down the far sideline to the 15, and down to the 10 goes Aiden Houston. And so they move from the 48 into the Matlock Tire red zone with another First Choice Auto Repair and Service first down. They mark it around the 11-yard line.
Eric, they do not want to get out of this season quickly. They are putting all the cards on the table here to end their season.
From the 48 down to the 11, so a 37-yard gain. Aiden Houston looked like somebody moved early up front. I don't know that there was a flag thrown. Aiden Houston tries the left side and moves inside the 10 down to the 9.
Yeah, not much doing there. Houston, man, he's electric. He may be on a winless team, but he's a player.
It's the Patriots looking to cash in a Matlock Tire red zone for the first time tonight. They throw it left side. Coming across the middle was Parker, and Parker's going to be stopped short of the goal line as they move from the 9. Third down and 1 down around the 3.
Yeah, 3rd and 1.5. It looks like 3 minutes left in this one. Admirals lead 42-7. Running clock as of now.
So 3rd down for the Patriots. They can get the first down without the touchdown, and they'll give it to Houston, running right, and into the end zone goes Houston. So Aiden Houston scores from 3 yards out, and the Patriots with their second touchdown of this fourth quarter as Aiden Houston with his 8th rushing touchdown of the season.
Yep, Houston gets in the end zone. Good for him. Obviously, great player. Hasn't been in near enough this season.
So 3 First Choice Auto Repair and Service first downs on the possession for the Patriots. Here's the snap back to McReynolds, who puts it down for O'Neal, and he puts it through the uprights. And so once more, the running clock stops. 2:51 to play. Farragut leading Jefferson County 42-14. We got the kickoff coming up on the other side of the break as you listen to Farragut football presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. Circumstances have forced us to change the way we do business, but nothing will change the pride and love we have for baking the finest baked goods. Go to vgsbakery.com to check out our curbside menu we offer Tuesday through Friday weekly. And our cake department is ready to create your beautiful and delicious special occasion cakes. Pastries, cookies, bread, and desserts, all made by hands that care. VG's Bakery, handcrafted baked goods. Oh yeah.
So Farragut leads 42-14 as they prepare to receive the kickoff from Jefferson County as the Patriots move 74 yards to answer Farragut's quick score on the kickoff return by Mason Collins. And the Patriots a couple of long pass plays, got them down in the Matlock Tire red zone, and Houston finishes it off with a 3-yard touchdown run. The upcoming kickoff brought to you by Valerie Thompson, your RE/MAX home specialist. Visit ValerieThompson.com to list your home or view Knoxville area homes for sale. O'Neal to kick it away. His Patriots down 42-14 with 2:51 remaining. And they're going to onside it. And Farragut's a Ronda. On the hands team, goes up and secures the football and cradles it at the 44-yard line. So Farragut will have it at its 44-yard line, leading 42-14 with, again, 2:48 to play. Coming up at the conclusion of tonight's broadcast, we'll be selecting our Denton Financial Group players of the game. You can't predict, but you can prepare. Let Clark Denton or any team member of Denton Financial show you how to plan for your retirement needs. Just Google Denton Financial Group to get started.
Yeah, and you got the young Barrett Smith in at quarterback.
Barrett Smith checks in at quarterback, and what do we have? Tatman maybe at running back, and the handoff on the right side. Indeed, Kiefer Tatman takes the handoff from Barrett Smith and moves from the 44-yard line out to the 48, a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, the young sophomore Kiefer in the game. Nice 3-4-yard gain there on first down.
So let's see. The Admirals have Hank DeVault as the receiver to the near side. And looks like so Kiesling is in the slot to the right as Smith takes the snap, gives off to Tatman. And Tatman battling for what he can get, which is not going to be much. It'll be third down as Farragut moves the ball to the 49. Tatman nudges it forward for a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, minute 50 left in this game, 3rd and 5.
Third down. Admirals, 1 of 5 on third downs tonight. 3rd down and 5. Let's see what they do with Barrett Smith, the sophomore quarterback. Chance Van is checked into the ball game as the slot receiver. And Admirals will run the counter, and nothing doing. 4th down upcoming. They gave the carry that time to Andrew Celeste.
Celeste on the carry, 4th down for the Admirals.
And looks like maybe Celeste lost a half yard. Jefferson County using a timeout as Farragut faces 4th down. They're trying to save what they can of the clock on for their final possession of 2020. 1:04 to play. And so the Patriots have 1 timeout remaining. And the Admirals up 42-14. Farragut with a special teams touchdown in the second half, 89-yard kickoff return by Mason Collins, a defensive touchdown here in the second half, a pick 6 by Logan Foodie, and throw in also a 9-yard touchdown pass to Wallace. Jake Wallace with his 2nd touchdown reception of the year, the 26th thrown by Dawson Moore. In the first half, it was Farragut scoring 3 times on the ground. Matt White, Schumann Shea, a 64-yarder by Shea, and Dion Williams, those touchdown runs. So the Admirals return to the field and will go for it on 4th down. It'll be the first time tonight that they've gone for it on 4th. They lined up to go for it on 4th, and a penalty occurred previously. 4th down, about 6 yards to go from the 48-yard line, and I believe it's going to be Celeste remaining in the game as the running back. And Smith gives it to Celeste, and they try to push the pile, and maybe he gets to the midfield stripe, more likely about the 49. Call it a couple of yards, and it'll be over on downs as Jefferson County will get it. .4 seconds to play. Patriots just barely on Farragut's side of the field. And let's see. Harmon appears to be still one of the linebackers. Maybe he's joined out there with Jay Smiley. No, we'll have to double check that number. Out pattern dropped. That was intended for Nick Kelly, but incomplete. 2nd down and 10 upcoming.
Yeah, battling to the very end, using their timeouts, keeping this season alive for the Patriots.
Will Mather is the other linebacker in there with Elijah Harmon. Meanwhile, looks like a corner on the far side is John Duncan. Near side corner, maybe Tyson Hunt. They throw near side. Hunt comes up, makes the tackle. Hagan in the defensive secondary. And so the completion's going to gain 4 yards to 14.
Yep, and doesn't get out of bounds, more importantly. So tick, tick. But no, they call their second timeout.
It's going to be their last timeout.
Is that their third one?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
it.
good.
So 35.7 seconds to play. Jefferson County with a third down and 6 yards to go from the Farragut 45-yard line as they play out the string here. The Admirals headed to the playoffs next week, and it looks like it's going to be the Admirals with the opportunity. It is the Admirals with the opportunity to host, because tonight Bearden defeats Science Hill 27-7. And so Dobbins-Bennett will be the number 1 seed, Farragut the number 2 seed, Bearden will be the number 3 seed, and Science Hill, with the opportunity tonight to be the number 1 seed, drops all the way to the 4.
That's
so they're
crazy.
going to Maryville.
And McMinn County leads 34-17, so most likely
We
you
got
don't
Bradley.
share a region title, but you got Bradley at home. So you take the positive, as Eric says.
Yeah.
Looking at the positive either way.
Yeah, I know the guys were excited to play again at home. They thought perhaps that was assured them with last week's result, but then I think on closer inspection you realize, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. A lot of interesting things going.
Yep. So here's third down. And the Patriots from the 45-yard line. Kaywood back to pass, throws it deep, and Farragut giving chase, incomplete down inside the 10. Gahagan was in the neighborhood, and Farragut also had in coverage John Duncan as well as Tyson Hunt, but incomplete, and it's fourth down.
Yep, fourth down. Tried to go deep, had some Admirals in the area, but falls free.
So Farragut looks like maybe they've got back Jackson Fisher in at safety. He got the start tonight. So here's fourth down from the 45-yard line. Jefferson County on the night. 2 of 4 on fourth downs to bring a man in motion. That's going to be Cade Parker. He's going to try to throw it. Throws it deep down the near sideline, and it'll be incomplete. And to tell you, the outside receiver had a better chance at it, but seemed to kind of give up on the play. The inside receiver kept going after it, but Nick Kelly unable to get to it. Incomplete down around the goal line. I guess that's probably what they were going to run on fourth down back in the first half when they fumbled, and Dawson Brown came up with it. And so incomplete on the pass attempt by Cade Parker.
One more play left in this regular season here, Eric.
Farragut takes over with 20.5 seconds to play at its own 45-yard line, leading 42-14. Admirals send back out there sophomore quarterback Barrett Smith as he goes into that favored formation. Victory flanked by Kiefer Tatman and Andrew Celeste. And it'll be Smith taking the knee, and the Admirals with the 42-14 victory as they will finish out the regular season 7-3, 5-1 in the region. The same record as Dobbins-Bennett in region play, but the Indians get the nod as region champion, having defeated the Admirals head-to-head 3 weeks ago. But the Admirals will finish as the number 2 team, region runner-up, and will host next week. Most likely, it looks like, Bradley Central in the opening round of the playoffs. Farragut 42-14 over Jefferson County team, which played hard tonight, but concludes a disappointing winless season. But again, you knew that the Patriots would have plenty of fight in them, and certainly that was the case. But it was the Admirals with a quick 21-0 lead, and then some special plays in the second half with a pick-6 by Logan Foodie and an 89-yard kickoff return by Mason Collins, as the Admirals again with a 28-point victory. 7-3, they finish out the regular season. We'll get a 2-minute break here and return with our Pilot Rewards post-game show on the other side. Coming up a little later in our Pilot Rewards post-game show, we'll be selecting our Denton Financial Group Players of the Game. You can't predict, but you can prepare. Let Clark Denton or any team member of Denton Financial show you how to plan for your retirement needs. Just Google Denton Financial Group to get started. So we'll get the break, and we'll return with the Pilot Rewards post-game show on the other side as the Admirals defeat Jefferson County here tonight, 42-14. You're listening to Farragut Football, presented by Pilot Food Marts on 105.3 WFIV.
We're all paying attention to social distancing and cleanliness these days, and your nearby Pilot Food Mart has got you covered. Every Pilot has a sanitation station. You'll find masks and hand sanitizer to help keep you and your family safe. While you're there, get your Pilot My Rewards card. It's good for 3 cents a gallon off Pilot gas and in-store specials. Your neighborhood Pilot Food Mart. We're right on your way.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season, and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
Hey, Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We've gotten so many calls. Are you open? Are you doing jewelry work? And the answer is yes. Only a few small changes. Repair times are a little longer. Jewelry design consultations are done by appointment. But the same great service you've always expected is what you'll get. And in our brand new, totally redesigned jewelry store. It's spacious, clean, and safe. If you haven't been in, you've got to come see. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler.
Brickhouse Collectibles Hobby Shop is your headquarters for your favorite Lego sets, new and old, comic books, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, sports cards, games, statues, and whatever cool things we can find for you. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at Brickhouse Collectibles. We're located at 163 West End Avenue in Farragut. Open 7 days a week. Discover a world of fun that awaits you at Brickhouse Collectibles. Call today 865-392-1092 or email us at info@brickhousecollectibles.com.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
Welcome in to our Pilot Rewards postgame show from Jefferson County High School, where tonight the Admirals defeat the Patriots 42-14 in the regular season finale. And we've got Tyler Carr down on the sidelines. He's going to be talking with a few victorious Admirals. And so, Tyler, without further ado, I'm going to toss it down to you and let you get started with those post-game interviews.
Thank you very much, Eric. And we're joined by some victorious Admirals who are now well aware that Bearden defeated Science Hill tonight and that they will be playing next week from Eddie Courtney Stadium, Bill Claybo Field. As I believe it looks like they're going to be matched up with, I think we found out it's going to be Bradley Central.
Yeah,
looks like Bradley.
Looks like it.
And so I've already gotten a little bit of a hassle that number 17's not down here, but I think Brett's going to be okay with my first interview. Is Camden Coon coming out here as safety, and I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I think Brett may be the president of your fan club, and you've just been playing outstanding outside safety football this year and doing great. Talk about the adjustment, though. You had to come out here tonight with a different defensive back lineup.
Yes, sir. So we had young guys playing tonight, and they really stepped up and played a great job. I'm so excited for them. Had their first start, a few guys, and it was a great game for them, and super exciting.
Not only some new faces, but also some new places. As I know, Griffin played some early and often earlier this year, but moved from the corner to safety position. And you look at it right now, it's a good thing that you guys stayed healthy tonight because there was not a lot of guys that were going to be willing. It'd been a little bit more of jostling for position. What was the game plan from the Fabs in the back, sort of taking care of things?
So my guys, Bridges and Grant, they got quarantined, so we knew coming into this week we're going to have some adjustments going on. Griff was the best man to do it. He came out, he played great. I mean, we really just came through the adversity, and that's what's going to have to happen from here on out, is just overcoming guys being out and injured.
Parents and fans.
I also want to sort of talk about it because it's like this is sort of a legacy team. If you look around, there's a lot of you guys that – let's scoot up this way. We don't want to get in band's way, sorry. Is that you guys have you've had older brothers that have set the example for you, but you guys have really stepped up, met that expectation. How does that feel knowing that some of y'all are filling and if not exceeding in the shoes of some of your older siblings?
Yes, sir. It's a great feeling. There's so many of us that's got older siblings. My brother actually is home from Chicago right now. Came to see, so it's a great group of guys. We're just carrying on the legacy of the Farragut Admirals. It's super fun.
How's it feel to go into your senior year and getting to host a playoff game next week?
We're super excited. We got a lot of hype going on right now, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
All right, the man came all the way from Chicago. I'm not going to keep you anymore, but I think I sort of want to see you two go at it. I have my opinion that he could be a cage fighter in his other life. Have at it. Feel free to take him down right here in front of all of us. All right, now we're going to go to 3-year starter Carter Sherman on the offensive lineman. And tonight, Carter, I know that you've been one of the bigger guys on this offensive line for several years now. Those are some big defensive linemen you had to go up against tonight. What was y'all's strategy?
Well, obviously in film all week we saw them, and with a center change with Howie having to come in because Thursday we found out Eli is quarantined, so obviously we didn't want to change the game plan. We were ready all week to just take on double on big 66 all day, and I think we did a perfect job at it.
And it also looked like the offensive play calling really changed because I noticed
I don't know.
I'm not ribbing you. I promise you that. I'm just saying that you had what every lineman always dreams about, and that's breaking away from a pile and actually getting to touch the rock. Same question I'm going to give you, Carter, but you're used to it almost. You're always the undersized defensive end against massive offensive fronts. Talk about your game plan tonight. I saw you guys in warm-ups. This group is just playing collectively great together. Talk about what Coach Doucette sort of instilled in you guys to get you playing at a high level right now.
For us ends, we just try to play just quicker and faster than our other opponent. And we just try to, if we're going to the outside, we just try to stare down the ball and keep it to the outside and just contain.
Of course, it seemed like every part has been hit by injury at some point this year of this defense. Tonight, though, it sort of felt like the defensive line was as strong as it's been, probably going back to the Science Hill game. Did that, guys, give you a little bit of boost coming back into the big matchup tonight?
I mean, of course, us losing Trey kind of hurt us a lot. But then Bryce Fondo, he stepped up and really did good tonight.
Dawson, I'm going to let you have a good evening. Go celebrate with your team. And I know that Coach Doucette's probably going to be hard on you in film, but just know it's out of love. I promise you that. Now we're joined by Martin Aranda, another one of those legacy players. And not to mention, people are probably wondering, why are we talking to the inside linebacker? Man, you were all over the field tonight. Talk about how it felt to come out there getting your first start and also having a great game against a defense or an offense that you had to know you were going to get a lot of looks tonight.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, it was definitely a big step for me because, I was just playing on JV at first, but definitely with the injuries that we have on defense, it was time for me to, somebody had to step up, and tonight I guess it was just me who had to fill in.
Now, the roster says you weigh 165 pounds. Where is the rest of it?
Oh, yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes, the starts are a bit they're kind of wrong because I'm like 175, but it's whatever,
But man, you came out there, and that's something that I've noticed since playing at Oak Ridge in high school and seeing Coach Courtney's defense on a weekly basis and doing this for many years now. He has those undersized linebackers. Coach Brooker, Coach Hawkins, you guys have got a great defensive staff. Talk about what they put you into to get ready for this unique-looking offense this week.
It's definitely tons of film, after practice, always just running through, in drills, saying, okay, especially for this coming offensive line, we knew we had big guys to go up against. So definitely we had to work on, ripping moves, try not get caught in that because, they're definitely good at those blockings. So, yeah, that's what it was.
How did it feel to have that big shot where I think everyone in the stadium was oohing and awing, even if they were wearing red and blue on the sidelines tonight? How'd that feel here in Week 10?
Oh, man. Geez, it brings me back because when I was little, I definitely went up against tough teams, especially. And what's interesting was, I played only offensive line since I was 7 till, freshman year. So this is, my second year playing linebacker, actually. So it's, a crazy step for me. And, I don't know, man. It's unknown for words, man. It was a hard hit, though. I can tell you that.
It was beautiful, and I love the fact that we're seeing linemen get out there and see we can do other things besides get down and dirty. I like it. Congratulations. We'll see you next week at Farragut. Eric, I'm going to send it back up to you guys.
Okay, thank you very much, Tyler. And that's great. Martin Aranda, offensive lineman until recently. Who knew? I mean, he definitely looks comfortable in the position, looks the part now. As Tyler said, he looks like one of those prototypical Farragut linebackers down through the years and is playing like one as well. And Farragut's going to need more of the same as they move forward with injuries and COVID situation and such as that. Into the playoffs next week, most likely to face Bradley Central, but it'll be a home matchup for the Admirals. Again, you try to find the silver lining in whatever happened tonight. Had the Science Hill Hilltoppers been able to defeat Bearden in West Knoxville, then the Admirals would have